Some days you wake up in a cold sweat, thinking to yourself, was it something that I forgot to take care of today? Was it something important that slipped my mind and I forgot that it even existed? That was me for the last week with all of you. Hey everyone, sorry about that. I was gone for a while. A lot of things happened. But before we do that, who wants to see a sock mini game? A mini game where you put on a sock onto an anime waifu. Don't drop the goddamn baby. I'll explain the baby story. I didn't mean to, okay? But it was scary. I don't like holding babies. They scare me. But first, we're both going to watch this sock game first. Who's this? It's me. If the world, why is it so quiet? Oh, because it's muted. Wait, how loud is this? Oh god, it's loud. So, Megne linked us, and he said specifically that there is a sock minigame where you put a sock on your waifu. And he couldn't really explain the game to me, and I don't really know what the game is either. This game actually looks kind of insane. Like, if you read the description of this game, it sounds crazy. And then the trailer just goes off the rails. What is this? 1998? What? 1998, somewhere in Tokyo, a fish is having a long, long dream in the quiet of its tank. A fish. That's you. Yeah, apparently it's a game where you can put socks on your waifu. A mysterious, gloomy girl. Yeah, okay. What is this? Where's the sock part? And then, what's crazy, by the way, why do you all link me feet games? I don't understand. I'm not the foot streamer, chat. I'm not the foot streamer. Okay? I'm begging you. I'm not the foot streamer. Stop sending me these things. I'm not a weird person, okay? It was one bit. It was a one-time bit. And it stuck with me the whole time. Where does the sock go? Hopefully on her feet. But you never know. It's the girlies with their fashion nowadays. Socks might go on your arms, or they go over your neck or your head or something. I don't know. See, oh, that right there. Holy shit, that might be the best mechanic I've ever seen in my entire life. Says the guy that has a channel called Femboy Socks in Discord. Who make it lol. Sorry, I just saw that too. Yeah, I've been gone for a while. Sorry about that. Okay, so there's blood and then there's explosions. Look at how this game describes itself, chat. This game describes itself as a lo-fi psycho thriller romance adventure set in the 90s Tokyo. In 90s Tokyo, not the 90s. Together, you perform a strange ritual to save the world from... You're on a 7-stream watch stream. I haven't been here for multiple days. Actually, when was my last stream? Let's see. When was my last stream? If I go here... Sorry, I go here. May 25th. Chat, it's been 10 days since I... Wait, has it been 10 days? I don't think that's correct. Because May is the 5th. It's been 6 days. It's... No. sorry. The number gets worse and worse. It's like, what the fuck? How do you go from 10 to 6? Sorry. I was calculating something, sorry. It's been 11 days. It's been 11 days since the last stream, sorry. It's been 6 days. Hey everybody, welcome to June 1st. Oh, happy Pride Month, everyone. Happy Pride Month. 7 streams of watching the offline screen. That's dedication to the cause, right? And you know what? I appreciate you for watching that offline screen, because I do need to update the link on it. It's linking to the old website. I was gone for a while, and yes, I did almost drop the baby. Okay, so I'll have to explain why I was gone for so long. It started with the stupid hell room. I gave you a diagram of the hell room. Okay, I'm not gonna I won't reiterate it. It's on the VOD channel. You can go see the entire room there live. And actually, looking back at the VOD, I'm actually surprised that segment where I draw live on stream went well. Because usually me drawing on stream kind of goes poorly. So I'm actually quite impressed with myself, you know? I thought that as soon as I popped out Creeder, it would have gone worse. But no, it actually ended up being a pretty funny segment. Involving, because it wasn't Creeder. It's literally Creeder. You can see the Creeder UI. You can even see the name of Creeder up here. It's like, wait, how come it's like cut off? How come it's cut off? You can see like the bottom of like every single thing. It says Krita. But it worked out well, very well. So yeah, this hell room. Oh, you meant the whole thing. That's true. I should do like a Krita themed stream where I only draw things. I mean, there are things that I do have to draw soon. Actually, very soon. Sorry, I need to get the link. This one. Here we go. This is coming out soon. Okay, please load. Please load. Is my Wi-Fi dying? Chat, can you give me a second? I have to fix my Wi-Fi. Can you, is it dying? No. Okay, it's good. This is coming out soon. Okay. Estimated shipping time was supposed to be last year. That was a lie. I had the feeling it would be a lie because this is way too complicated. This thing is sick. Welcome to the final prototype. Okay, the final prototype. Click here to watch it. This is a public update, so I'm allowed to share this with you. Because if I don't share this with you, then I think something's wrong. Look. I'm supposed to turn off stable volume. Okay, we'll just let YouTube load it. Just let YouTube. Okay, Minecraft breaking a block breaks them all. 2-hour low poly ethereal intelligent DNB. What the hell does that mean? For hard coding. What does that mean? For hard coding? Oh shit, chat. Oh shit, chat. Put your hands on your keyboard right now. Okay, open Notepad. Put your hands on your keyboard right now. Focus Notepad. There should be code entering your Notepad right now. That code is the secret to cracking Bitcoin. Hard coding. Time to put the femboy socks on. I'm taking the socks off. Look at this. Before the socks, look at this. In about, I don't know, 2 or 3 months time. I don't know, 2 or 3 months time. This will come out. What is that? What's that like an essay? Yeah, exactly. In 2 or 3 months time, this is going to release, and there will be an art stream because the pack that I bought. So I bought the largest pack, and the largest pack includes 40 unpainted pieces. Okay, 40. So every single chatter, the first 40 chatters to ask for a duck, get a duck. This will be a permanent part of a diorama for the stream because I have a webcam that I don't use, and I was like, okay, I must use it. I'm also trying to convince, or like, I'm trying to fix an old camera that we have, and I'm trying to convince my family to let me purchase it from them because that old camera has a very specific look when you record things on it. And I want to use that look to record things as like a stream cam. You know, like those like old school music videos and like the way that people are doing like a retro style thing. I was gonna do that for the diorama, so I'm hoping that that gets done before this arrives. Then I have that set up because I need to figure out how to like get the recording to go into my PC in the first place. So you want a duck? Everybody, look! First 40 people get a duck. Okay? Doesn't really. Oh! Put their hands away! Oh my God! It's a human. But yeah, it's a cool little diorama. There's like, we got all different scenes and stuff. I actually don't know if 40 ducks are gonna fit in here. Like, actually looking at this, I was sort of expecting this to be a lot larger. You know what I mean? Like, I was hoping that this would be a lot larger. Because 40 ducks isn't gonna fit inside this tiny little pool. You know what I mean? Like, even 2 ducks already got stuck here. So we will have to rotate ducks every single day. And I think what we have to do, and like, especially because I have to replace a water every day, it's probably gonna get very nasty. Well, probably. I mean, this is like, it's, I mean, now that I think about it, is this good from like an ecological perspective? Like, how much water does golfing use? You know what I mean? Because like, presumably at some point, I'm going to get enough water usage out of this that it's, or like, at some point, I will waste the same amount of water as a single hole in a golf course. And then it becomes a moral evil. You know what I mean? But I'm paying for it, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, look at that. You get your own duck, and as you can tell, there are different kinds of ducks. There's glorp ducks. There's like rocky ducks. Every single duck has like a different base and a texture, so you get to choose your type of duck. Okay? I also got the like built-in set, so there's like a built-in set of like ducks. Oh, cold! So there's like a built-in set of ducks that are there. And yeah, hopefully when that comes, it'll be a full Krita art stream. Okay, sorry, this was like a huge tangent. The reason why I'm talking about Krita is because of the Hella Room, because that one stream that I did to show you the Hella Room. The Hella Room came back in full force. So again, sorry, I wasn't supposed to be gone for that long. It came back in full force, and it started leaking a bit more. And by a bit more, I mean a lot more. You know how I said before that the pipe kind of goes into the ceiling, like past my office room? Yeah, well, something in there got like messed up with the pipe. So the plan was to basically rip out the entire thing and just get no piping going from that room over here. So now it's cut all the way back to I forget the like name of it in English, but it's like where the water comes into your home, into the meter, because it was directly connected to the meter, and so we just sort of like pushed it from there, and then we closed it off there, so it's much easier to like fix. So that room no longer has water, which is great, but it required like a massive renovation across the entire office, which is why it took a while. Because my office is not a real office; it's just a room in the basement. It's just a room in the basement. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just a basement dweller. And I say that it's my office, but I have a bed in here, so I just sleep in here too. It's really just a room in the basement that's like really dark, and I put blackout blinds, and my wife, she was like, honey, why is it so dark in here? I'm like, it's nice. So yeah, had to do that for a couple days. Then I went to go see the baby, okay? So Hella Room comes back, all that happens, breaks a little, keeps on going. Sun, what is that? Exactly. What is the point of sunlight? I don't get it, okay? I'm not a farmer. I don't have photosynthesis. I don't have this. I don't have like I don't have a photovoltaic cell on the surface of my skin. All right. Is the sun gives you cancer. I don't want cancer. I want to live, and I'm gonna live by staying in my basement. If anything, I'd rather die of radiation from like the radions in my basement, the like radiums, versus sunlight. You sun, thank you. See, I knew you would all understand me. I knew you would understand me, but at the behest of my wife, I did replace it with with an actual proper blackout blind thing, so I can actually like open it when we need sunlight. Because right now, if I turn off the lights, it really does seem like it's maybe 10 p.m. And so I have lost track of time. It's why earlier I did say it's been 6 days. Because I've lost all track of time. But yeah, so that Hella Room, pipe leaks, okay? We then fixed out the entire molded wall, so the cold room is kind of okay now. We didn't get rid of the stupid shelf. There's like a wooden shelf inside that cold room. I don't know why, like, also too, never put a wooden shelf in a cold room. The pump thing, we also had to replace it, because the pump, I'm not kidding you, the pump has stopped pumping. We don't know what happened, but the water level is slowly rising day by day, and we don't know where this water is coming from. We have zero clue where this water is coming from. I think there could be a hidden well somewhere inside this home. No pump. What is that emote? No pump. Limch. Limch? I have this. This is an emote that I added? Limch. Limch? Hey, wait a minute. Oh shit, it's a built-in. Wait, how do I pop out the like chat? Wait. Copy current address. Here we go. Limch. I need you all to see this like Limch emote. Hey, what the hell? It doesn't show up here. Okay, well, if you could see it, it'd be funny. But I guess the VOD viewers can't. You just have to be here, you know. If you miss out, then you miss out. But yeah, no pump. So I don't know what to do. So but we fixed everything else, and it took some time. And I was gonna stream yesterday, and then they told me, chat, it was the worst translation ever. They said that no Limch is sad. They said that somebody was gonna come by and then license it. And I was like, what the hell does that mean? I thought it was like a regulatory thing, like if you do, because I know that there's certain things that you do as a renovation that you have to get it signed off by the city, and they have to come in, do an inspection, and then it's like, okay, here's your permit. Like I'm not kidding you. You do need a permit for some things here, like if you build like a deck, but also things inside too. And so I thought it was that, which is crazy, because like, I don't know how to say this. The only people that I know that have gotten permits for things that they do inside their home are people who intend to sell their home because they have to. Like, just because it's a legal requirement doesn't mean that people do it. And I've never known a homeowner to actually like get those licenses. People just kind of do it. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, the city would be surprised if somebody calls in and it's like, "Hey, I did something that needs you to approve it." They would go like, "Whoa, what the fuck? Why are you calling me for?" You know what I mean? But yeah, I thought it was that. No, it was the same guy. It was the same guy who told me that somebody was gonna come by to check it, but it was just him. And then all he did. Okay, I waited the entire day, and at 3 p.m. my time, I hear a knock on the door, and then he shows up. I'm like, "Oh, hey." And he's like, "Hey, I'm here to inspect it." I'm like, okay." He goes in. I'm not kidding you, chat. Looks at the room, touches the wall, doesn't feel any water, puts his ear to it, doesn't hear any water, looks under the cracks, doesn't see any water. Takes him 2 minutes, and then and then all he says is, "All right, it's good. Here's the bill. Pay it when you can. Okay, bye." I was like, okay. I was gonna stream yesterday. If I knew that it was only gonna take 2 minutes, I would have streamed. Okay, if I knew, no one told me. I thought the inspection was going. Because when I've done when I've had home inspections to sell homes, like, it was a fairly long task where they would just go over the entire thing, and it was like multiple hours of staging it, finding things, figuring out what's like going on. It's like, oh, okay, sure, maybe it'll take that long, but yeah, it was just 2 minutes. He didn't know tonight's news. A Canadian streamer discovers hidden well and possible bones in home. He's only missing for 11 days. There are documents speaking about a hella room. Holy shit. Maybe this is my chance to get isekai'd, right? Maybe I should throw myself into the pump and see if I can get isekai'd. Then, and only then, will I be happy, right? Because this life in this world, there's nothing else to it. Chat. Every time you go on levels at FYI and you look for a job and you think to yourself, "This is it. This is what I'm looking for." Yeah? You want to be a solutions engineer manager? Or developer productivity. Also, if you don't know the site but you work in tech, you really should know the site. It is actually kind of worth it. I mean, it depends on where you are, but like, I found it to be helpful to figure out exactly how much I should be paid. And also, they sometimes have some pretty good opportunities. But like, you want to be a software engineer for streaming systems? Oh, that's crazy. You want to go work in New York? Sure. What the fuck, Reddit? Senior engineering shopping ads. What? The Shopping Ads engineering team builds systems that power performant, relevant, and scalable shopping ads experiences across Reddit's ad platform, including dynamic product ads. Harness, you want to be a software engineer at Stripe, only paying... Wait, Stripe only... Oh, I guess it's because it's like a L... But still, that's like... I thought Stripe would pay a lot more, actually. I thought they would pay a lot more, because at a comparable place where I did business at, just to keep it as vague as I can, I felt like I got paid more. Relative to, like, the cost of living. You want to work at Robinhood, huh? You want to ruin people's investment portfolios, huh? You want to work at Menlo Park, huh? Oh, and you think to yourself, "Oh, cool, this is the life. I'm going to work at Menlo Park, Canada." No, chat. No. What's cool about life is that I can go to a place called the Hell Room. Actually, I have thought about this. You know how, like, the Doom guy is a guy that was just trapped in hell, and then he just lives his life fighting demons the entire time? I don't think I would mind that. I think I would actually kind of enjoy that in some way. Because as the Doom guy, you can't die, and you'll never be bored because there's always a new demon, right? Like, the Legemetin was made years ago, and it was and they had like 72 different types of demons, but they were the key demons, and we haven't even seen all of them. Doom guy was a guy. Okay, sorry, I didn't think about my statement there. You know, Doom guy was a guy. I didn't think about my statement there. I looked at Doom guy as like a single word, like Doom-guy, right? It's like Doom/guy/Doom/ dude. You know what I mean? That's what I saw it as. I saw a Doom guy/Doom dude, okay? In my head. So Doom guy/Doom dude is a guy, makes sense to me. He was a dude. He was a Doom dude. Yeah, exactly. But he was a guy before he was a doomed guy. You know what I mean? Like he was guy before Doom dude. You know what I mean? Like He was guy turned Doom guy. That's what I thought it was. Yeah. This thing, okay? 72 demons, alright? We haven't even seen them, chat. We haven't even seen them yet. Imagine fighting, Balam. Imagine fighting Balam. Look at this guy. He's mostly horse, actually. Actually, he looks kind of funny. I don't know. I would feel bad about striking him down. I don't know. Yeah, it would be kind of sad. I would feel bad about striking him down, if only because he does look funny. How come some depictions of him look scary, and then some depictions of him look like depraved? You know what I mean? How about Amy? Sorry. What is his name? Sorry, what the... The 72 demons. The demons' names given below are taken from the Ars Goetia, which differs in terms of number and ranking for the pseudo-moniker Daemonum. What? The pseudo-moniker Daemonum? Of where? As a result of multiple translations, there are multiple spellings of some of the names which are given. Okay, but look at these titles, okay? Look, some of these make sense. King Baal makes sense, okay? Baal as a king makes sense. This, I played Diablo 2. I know what to expect, alright? That's a king. Duke, Prince... Marquise, these make sense. President. Do you know when this book was written? This was written in the mid 17th century. I don't think there were presidents back then. You can't convince me that president was a common enough term to have back then as like a role compared to the medieval-ish terms like kings and dukes and princes and like counts and stuff like that. I would expect most people to consider you to be like a count or a noble or something, or a duke or a marquise, not a president. What do you mean, President Marbus? It just sounds like something. And then look over here, President Amy. This is a demon. President Amy is a demon described in Amy is described as a president. Appearing initially as a flame before turning to human form. What do you mean president? Look, Prince Stool, that makes sense. Okay, Prince Stool makes sense. President Amy? This is a fake book. It's like that Tiffany problem. What's the Tiffany problem again? Tiffany problem. Holy shit, there's 69 demons here. Wait, this has to be like a long-running joke. This has to be a long-running joke. Look, it's like the Tiffany problem, okay? It's like calling someone Olivia or Evelyn. Just doesn't make any sense. 69! Wow, let's go! Woo! Amy becomes a much cooler name now. I see. I think I know what your real name is now. It's like, wow, it's so cool now. I feel so cool. It's like, oh, I wonder why you feel so cool. Wait, sorry. Oh, where was I in the story? Sorry, yeah, so the hell room, right? So pump is busted, but that's okay. So the whole thing is fixed now. Tore all the walls. It's cleaned out. We got it inspected. It's like good, okay? Then, but like even before the inspection thing, while it was happening, had to go to my friend's party to go visit his baby. No, it's just Amy was a popular and so simple name. Is it really simple? I always found it to be a very nice name. Because like, I mean, I'm also biased because I used to date somebody who was called Amy. Friend is called that, so you call her a demon now. Yeah. Call her a demon, yeah. She'll love that. No. But call her a president demon, okay? Make sure that she knows that she's also a president, all right? I always found the name to be a very nice name because look at this. This is what Wikipedia says, okay? And the only reason that I know this, and I swear to God, there's a funny story here. It all involves an ex that I used to date. It is the English version of the French name Aimé, which means beloved. Yeah. I used to date somebody who was from Vietnam, and she came over. And for those of you who don't know, if you come from a different place, you're allowed to choose your name. I knew somebody, so a beloved demon, holy shit. President, my love. Wait, that would be a great title for something. President, my love. Oh shit. Office romance. Emer, exactly. Wait a minute. AIM Labs. AIM Labs, Amy, Amer. It's a love lab. President, my love, and then Amer Labs. You know what I mean? That's good. Friends gonna hate and love this. Tell them everything about their name. Tell them that you love them. You love them, Mrs. President. Mrs. President, I love you. I dated somebody from Vietnam, and you're allowed to choose your English name. Okay. I knew many funny English names from people who came over to visit or here for school and stuff. I knew someone back all the way in high school who chose the name Candy. And I even asked her, I was like, why did you choose Candy? And she was like, I don't know, sounds fun. That one was interesting because she was like crazy, but she presented as like a normal person. But like, she looked like a normal person, okay? Like, she was very popular with people because she was also very good looking. But she was just also very normal. So she was my classmate. But when you got to know her, like, she was absolutely insane. She was like, yeah, I slept with like 3 guys this week and none of them were really good. And also, like, I don't know, I kind of want to do salvia. All my friends here tell me about salvia. I'm like, okay, first off, don't do salvia. She was rich. She was rich from China. She had like a bunch of money, okay? But my ex is from Vietnam, also rich, okay? She chose her name as Amy. And I was like, why'd you choose Amy? Like, it sounds so boring. And then she's the one who elucidated the meaning. She's like, I thought you knew this. Don't you know French? You're Canadian. I was like, oh shit, I didn't really know. I spent my first 2 years in Canada learning Mandarin. Like, how am I supposed to know this? I was in an experimental government program that taught Mandarin for the first 2 years instead of French. I skipped the first 2 grades of French, so when I switched over, I said ni hao, and everyone was like bonjour, and I was like, what the fuck you guys saying, man? I was like, hello. I was like, what do you mean conjugating? What do you mean I gotta learn these accents? Like, it looks like my language. Are you sure this isn't Vietnamese? But no, it wasn't, okay? Apparently it's French. Fake Canadian, sleeper agent. Sleeper agents! I should have called her a sleeper agent. Fuck. That'd be really funny, actually. Yeah, she elucidated the name, meaning that it's like, oh, someone that you love. It's like the like lovely name, right? And I was like, oh, that's actually a really nice name. I actually like that now. So I like the meaning behind it. I actually think that it's a very nice name because of that meaning. Because it's like, especially if you love them, it's sort of weird and endearing at the same time. But even if you don't love them, you can't be mad at them. I have never been mad at an Amy in my entire life. I've been mad at other people with like other names. I've been mad at Richards, actually. Richards and like Michaels, which is funny because like because one of my best buds is named Michael, okay? But like I've also been mad at Michaels. Like Michaels can be anywhere on the scale, okay? Same with like and like Richards are usually awful. But Amy's, I've never had a bad time with an Amy. I'm not biased because I dated them. You've been mad at Amy and Sonic. She's not real, okay? We can't trust the Sonic Amy. It doesn't make sense. You've met other Amy's and they were mean. Your friend Amy was only the coolest. Okay, but maybe it's because they spelled their name wrong, right? Maybe they spelled it Amelie or Amy. You know what I mean? I'm gonna assume it's Hey, okay, think about this, okay? The people who were given the name at birth, all right, they didn't choose, right? But the people who chose that name, they felt an obligation to live up to that name because they knew that if they didn't live up to the name, it would go downhill. You've seen it as Aimé, like huh? wait, as Aimé. What the hell is that? Aimé, Amy. That is a strange. That's a strange spelling. That is a very odd spelling. Sorry, I just found what the fuck? How come when I search this, I find... How come when I search this, it takes me to genius.com string fucker? Why? I don't know about you, but this looks like a method in Java. You know what I mean? Like Java string class, string fucker. Okay, how come this is like string fucker, Amier by string fucker. This is the first result that showed up. A beloved bitch. Beloved bitch. String. See? STR. String fucker. See? So you fuck the string and then you get... What is this? Baby, I never told baby so angofrol. I know, I'll never know. Leaving, oh as you go. How bad is this song that only has like, what, 10 lyrics? String fucker. No, I shouldn't type that because I feel like I'm gonna get something bad. MEA. Official audio. Poly Vinyl Records. 8 years ago. This sounds like clown music, chat. That sounds like clown music. Character type string bar card. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's exactly like that. Yeah. Wait, this is kind of sick. Oh shit, this isn't bad. String Fucker is kind of good. I actually like String Fucker a lot. I think I'm a big fan of String Fucker, you know? It's not that bad. Oh shit. I see why there's only maybe 10 lyrics though. It's really about the melody. Oh, that's actually really nice. I like the mixing too. It's the way that the lyrics blend in with the music to be a part of the instrumental itself. Oh shit! You can even hear the whatchamacallit in the background, the MIDI keyboard clips. Or is that like a? It's something going on crazy in the background. It's nice. I don't know why, but the beat does sound like a clown beat though. It sounds like the kind of beat that you hear in a comedy clown movie. It's like a Muppets movie beat. That's good. All right, I'm gonna save that. That is a clear save. That is a clear win. Thank you, Amy. I see. Amy has never done me poorly. All right, Amy has never done me poorly. They've always given me something good. I don't know about you. You had bad experiences, but Amy has once again given me something amazing. See that? See that? I feel like Amy is doing me good. They're on tour. No shit. I mean, to be fair, I don't think I'm gonna buy tickets. Have you seen tickets for things? It's crazy now. Wait, they're coming to Canada on October 3rd, and then they're going to Alaska. What the fuck? What? Wait, they're coming to Canada, then they're going straight to Alaska. I could probably see them in a chat. I'm willing to go to Alaska. They're going to Mexico? Yeah, Pasadena, Chicago, Mexico, Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, Monterrey, Mexico. Wait, that's sick. Chat, I could go to Alaska and see them. Sorry, chat. It's not okay. You know how I said that the thing is called string fucker? STRFKR, a disembowelment, as well as the letter C of starfucker. It's literally called starfucker. I thought I was joking. I was just joking. I didn't expect it to actually be called like string fucker or something. I actually didn't expect it to be called string fucker. It's starfucker. No, this band's actually kind of sick. That was a really nice sound. I really like this style. I don't know what style that was, but it sounded like really cool. And honestly, with the lyrics as little as they are, as long as they're impactful with the music, I think it's fine. It's very. I love Starfucker. I didn't expect that to be real. Okay, maybe in the far distant future, I'll get a ticket and go, because it's just too expensive. It's just way too expensive, right? I feel like concerts nowadays are like way too much money for very little that you get in return for the concert. Because I'm like, it's just too much. You know what I mean? And also like, let's say you go to a concert. The odds of you having a good experience at a concert, I feel like are very low. Like it's not to say like bands are bad at it, but I feel like a live show has to be so much better than a pre-recorded thing for me to want to go. At least for me personally, I've never felt like I want to go to a concert for most artists that I know, because the live show isn't really any different from listening to their album, but in a worse environment. Like, sometimes you get some performances. Some of them do interesting performances, or they'll do interesting mixes of the songs, or like live-only versions, which I do think is like nice. But otherwise, it's like, I don't know if it's worth the experience itself. Like, I've been to live shows before, and I was like, it sounds worse than what they had on album. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I don't know. It's just... And I think it's just because, you know, I get it too. Having done live performances before, it is hard. It's hard to make a show that translates well the elements that you want there. And it's also hard to execute at the same level as you would normally, but like live in front of people. But it's like, because of that, I'm like, I don't know if it's worth it to go see them live, because that YouTube video was kind of crazy. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good video. The audio was kind of nice at 1080p. So I don't know if I need more. Where was I in my story? I'm trying to think again. I don't know. We just keep on getting lost in the sauce. Fuck. Maybe Amy is bad. Maybe Amy ruined me. Fuck you, Amy. Fuck you, Amy. You ruined me, Amy. Oh, right. The baby. Okay, so before the licensing guy, it wasn't really. It was just the boss. Had to go visit the baby. I'm tweeting. That day of, we got a call last second from my brother-in-law, and then he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna drive down from where we are, and we have to fix something because it's like broken." And like, oh fuck, can we do it some other day? And then he was like, "No, I won't be free for the next like 2 months because of work, so we have to fix it now." I'm like, "Okay, fine." So me and my wife could only stay for like an hour and a half, right? It was sad. We were actually planning to stay for like the entire day. It was last second that like everything came in, and it was like, oh shit, priority wise, fixing this thing was more important. Okay, but we got to go see the baby, and they were like, "You want to hold the baby?" And I was like, "No," but then they forced me to hold the baby. Chad, I've never been so afraid in my entire life. I was so stiff. My wife held the baby very normally, very, like, because she's held babies. I've held babies. I'm still terrified of it. I've held all my nieces and my nephews, and I'm still terrified. I held the baby, and he looked at me, and he cried. Chad, I'm the only one that he cried with. I'm the only one. And I held the baby, and his head kept going backwards, and he was kind of stiff. But like, it's like an older baby. It's like a 1-year-old. He was very mad, but then he like cried as soon as he saw me. I've been chosen. I have been chosen because when I was there with the baby, okay, the baby kept trying to look at me. But it was so fucking funny. We were dying the entire time. It was so funny. We were all sitting around, and then I would give the baby back to his father, right? And then when my friend, okay, he's one of my best buddies. When he's holding the baby, his baby would stop crying. Then his baby would turn to look at me and then start crying again. It was so funny. He kept doing it. So we played this game where like he would just turn around to see how his baby would react, and he just kept looking at me and crying. But he would stop crying unless he looked at me. And I was like, oh shit. And then they said my real name. The chosen one. And then like, okay, I mean, saying my real name is not a weird thing because they know me in real life. But like, just to give context of what they said. They said my real name when I was sort of like away from the baby, and the baby cried. So the theory is that for some reason, something about me and my name like makes the baby cry, and we don't know why. However, I'm also the only person who made the baby laugh. So I'm like, I don't know what's like going on here. like the baby is just confused, okay? I made the baby smile. When the baby looks at me, he laughs. When he hears my name, he cries. When he sees me for too long, he starts crying. And I don't know what to do. I'm like, why is he so mad at me? Like, why are you so confused about how to feel about me, huh? Like, you're mad at me? You love me, but you hate me? You hate my name for some reason? Like, it's fucked up. So now my real life name is like some other, it's like a generic name, like Etrian Odyssey or something. I don't know. It's like some random generic name. It's like boy. It's like calling me hey boy, or like hey dude. You know what I mean? So we had to use that fake name for the entire day, so the baby wouldn't cry. Thankfully, I was only there for an hour and a half, and then we had to go. It was nice though, because I just wanted to make sure that I was there for the baby, because like, you know, new parents that like they want to host a gathering, they invite their friends, and I'm like, I'm gonna show up. I'm not gonna miss this, you know. I'm gonna try my hardest not to miss these important events, because these important events only come once. The baby is a baby only once. All of you were babies. All of us were babies. All of us, not just you, me too. It may surprise you. To some of you, I'm still a baby, actually. But yeah, all of us were babies, and we are no longer babies, and it only lasts for so long. Thankfully, I don't need more baby time than that. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, I'm like, I'm good. I don't want to I don't know. I'm kind of worried about about dropping babies. Babies are so amazing. And the best part is when it's not yours, you can borrow and return when there's too much poo-poo and screaming. Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's the best part. That's why I'm like, every time somebody asks me, like, okay, are you and your wife gonna have children? I'm like, fuck no. It's so much easier to be the cool aunt or the uncle. Because we just take the... Because, like, if we want to hang out with the kid for some reason, I don't know, or if we have to, right? We're only obligated to hang out with them insofar as they're not annoying and bothersome. And then when they become bothersome, we just return them, right? Every time I've been made to babysit, there's always been the stipulation of if they get annoying or they poop, just return them, okay? So it's like, okay, cool. I run them out of their energy. Like, we play games. We go for, like, I don't know, we, like, play with the, like, for instance, me and my niece, I teach her how to play with the, like, dog, right? Because the dog is, like, you know, she's still not really sure about how to play with the dog. She's not really being taught very well, and she's not really putting in effort, but it's also, like, she's afraid. She's getting better at it, okay? So when she gets tired and cranky, I'm like, okay, go back to your father. Go back to your father. I don't want to deal with you. But yeah, it's nice. You don't have to deal with much. It's great. There's a reason all your 6 nieces won't spend the entire summer holidays with you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because, like, there's, like, a looser set too. And I do think about this a lot, because I'm like, I've had to be in the position where I take care of family members exclusively for long periods of time because of various problems in the family. So I'm kind of like a surrogate father to some of the kids in the family. And, like, what I've always thought about is that I wondered why so little parents have that level of leniency with their own child. Because I'm like, you could just, like, be chill with your child, and you could just, like it's not to say that you can't discipline and also teach them things, right? But I'm like, you can also be a fun and, like, actual, you know, friendly parent to your child too, because it's like you are their only source of social interaction for maybe 16 years of their life. You know, and I know that 16 is a lot, but it's like the odds of them finding lifelong friends at the age of 16, like, is super low. I would even argue up until 25, the odds of you finding lifelong friends is very low. I'm sort of an anomaly in that my life has been filled with people who have been relatively good. Insofar as, like, the problems that, you know, insofar as, like, they don't do the problems that I tell you about. But yeah, like, the odds of that, very, very slim. So it's like you're the primary source of, like, social interaction with your kid, yeah? So I feel like it behooves you to be a reasonable and a friendly person there with them, because in the end, you're all they've got. And if the relationship, not to say that the relationship can't be a parental one, but I feel like it can be more than just a parental one. It can be you even giving them the confidence to be their own person by treating them like their own person, and actually giving them those skills to navigate those social situations early by even being more than a parental figure, by being a friend. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if you don't do that, then when they eventually find friends, they don't know what the fuck to do. Like, it's like, uh-oh, how am I gonna handle friendships? Like, hey everybody, can somebody cook me food, please? You know what I mean? It's like, what? It's like, because that's all they've ever known. Because you never tried to talk to them like a friend. You know what I mean? Not to say that they're very good friends, because kids are stupid. So it's kind of hard to, like, have meaningful conversations. But, like, that idea of treating them as their own person, I feel like it's an important part of it. So it's like, you know what I mean? I feel like there's just a lot of things that parents could do. So it's like, when I was that for a period of time, I was both parental and disciplinary when I had to. And I mean disciplinary of, like, you know, like, you have to do this first before you can do this, because, you know, the work has to get done first. But I was also like, yeah, you can ask me questions about life. I don't know. Or, like, just talking out. Or, like, here, I'm gonna show you a favorite movie of mine from when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like, it's, you know, it's good. You just get to, I don't know, like, raise your child. It's nice. Zero friends here. Only family members to socialize with. Yeah, exactly. Like, especially for, like, you know, some people, it's like, or even, like, where you are, it may just be that all you have is family. And it's like, I feel like if you don't foster that kind of, like, friendly relationship with them early, you'll never really have something like that. Because then, not to say, like, the mode of, like, teaching them can't be broken, but I feel like it is harder to transition into a mode of, like, oh, we're now sort of, in a way, similar in knowledge peers versus something else. In the end, family is all we have. Oh, I doubt that, but that only works for people who have families. Like it's like. In the end, you only have yourself. I actually feel like it's not really the family thing. I'm just talking about like for people who like to not get too philosophical with it, because like that's like, you know what I mean. It's like oh, philosophy bros. It's like philosophy bros. It's when they go like, hey, read Meditations by I mean Marcus Aurelius, be stoic. It's like, yeah, man, sometimes you have to be stoic, but sometimes you just have to cry it out. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to always be like that. So not to say that like in the end family is all we have, but rather to say that if you do have family, then you should at least also treat them as if they're your peers too, not just your sort of like slated role, because it'll A, give them good practice for real life, B, you're gonna have to at some point, because at some point people grow up and it's like, you know, you're 50 as an uncle, and then your youngest niece is like 25, and it's like, okay, well, both of you are gonna have to talk like adults, or like, actually, she would be. I think my oldest niece would actually be. When I'm 50, my oldest niece would be 36. That's crazy. Holy shit, she would be like a fully grown adult by the time I'm 50. That's crazy. Wow. Holy shit. And so it's like, oh shit, like. You know, at that point, it's like you gotta like talk to them and make sure that they know what's up, right? So, wait, no, she'd be even closer because she's. I can't do math. You heard me. I haven't been streaming for 6 days. It's been 11 days. I can't do math. Your oldest niece is 15 and you're 40. Yeah, mine's 16. She's 17 now. She's graduating this year in like a couple days. I have to go to her Oh yeah, also sorry, I won't be here on a certain day, some week. You won't know when, but it's just during graduation time. I have to go and like, I don't know, be there for graduation. Not that I don't want to be. I'm actually very happy that she's graduating. She's now the third person in my family to graduate, which is crazy. But you have to consider that my family came from like a war, so it's kind of hard for them to like graduate. But yeah, third person. I'm excited. Okay, it's good. But yeah, she's 17. I'm 30 now, so only 13 years difference. Damn. So she would be yeah, because she was born when I was like 14 or something, or like 13. So yeah, she would be when I'm 50. She'd be like 37. That's yeah, it's crazy. But like at that point, it's like she's basically my peer. Like she would be my coworker, and so it's like, you know what I mean. Like you can't always be a parental figure. You have to talk to them too. Thankfully, me and my niece are close. We like talk a lot, so it's good. But that is crazy. Chat, we're getting older. We're getting very old. So yeah, that's why I was gone. Sorry about that. I was gone. Just busy thinking about life. I don't know. Kids, family, life. I don't want kids. I don't think of myself as a good parent, and I don't think of like having kids as like a fun thing. But I also have to deal with it sometimes because my friends have their own kids, right? Everyone has their own different life. I'm just there living their lives with them. You always try to be the aunt that you can go to when you're problems. Yes, I actually think that's an important thing to have within life. It's like a stable rock that somebody can always go to. Because I'm like, if nobody has that, then it's like, what's the point of having a family in the first place? You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what is the point? Because like, and like, this is something that I always found funny. Okay, and like, it's something that I talked to my mom about because I'm still kind of okay with my mom in certain ways. But she's like, yeah, listen, I haven't been the best mom to you, okay? And like, we don't talk very often. We don't really get along because I'm kind of mean to you. But she was like, but like, everything that's mine is yours. And I was like, what? That's crazy. And I was like, no, like, you should just take it for yourself. And then she's like, no. When I had kids, because she's like an orphan, mood appropriate Undertale music. Holy shit, you're actually right. It is mood appropriate. Look, my mom's an orphan, right? So she was like, so she explained her philosophy as like, if I didn't want to give this to you, I wouldn't have had you in the first place. She was like, the whole reason why I had you is because you're a source of happiness. So here, everything that I have is yours. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But I was like, can you not? Can you just use it? And she's like, no, it's all yours. And I'm like, yeah, but like Pocket Lint isn't very much. Pocket Lint isn't very much, Mom. I'm the only one in this family who makes money besides my parents, all right? Everybody else is fucking useless. All of you are fucking useless. But yeah. That's what I was busy getting up to. All the family stuff. All the house stuff. But I'm back now. And I'm back for as long as I can be. Probably around, let's say, like the 18th I'll be gone. 18th until 22nd. I think that's probably how long it'll be. But other than that, like, this is guaranteed to be, like, streams all the way until the 18th because I have nothing else to do, and well, I'm actually bringing back a lot of things. Okay, so as a recap, I do post fairly accurate schedules now, except for yesterday. I'm sorry, I didn't know that somebody was gonna come by and do. It wasn't a licensing thing. There is no licensing body. It wasn't for like, hey, can you check out the... No, it wasn't anything like that. It was just the same guy who didn't know how to explain shit, but I don't blame him because he's a contractor. It's not the same. Okay? We got a lot of fun things. Today is the Accountability Circle, plus Teamfight Manager 2, from now until... what does the website say? From now until... 4 hours from now. Exactly 4 hours. Because in exactly 4 hours is the Summer Games Fest. We do this every year, just because like we did it the first year, and I actually do miss when my friends and I would watch E3 live. And this is technically the secondary spot for my friends and I to watch E3, like the new E3 live again. So it's like, and like somehow it's circled back to just me and my friends watching this, and you'll see them pop into the chat every now and then. But yeah, we're gonna do this live again. They won't say my name, thankfully. It's all the ones that you've seen before, right? Like Lloyd Hentai, Sway stuff and stuff like that, and the Sweet Destination, and so on. And we're gonna watch this again. I have some ideas for a bingo to do because I have a feeling that this will go very poorly or very well. Every single year, it's always Resident Sleeper except for certain moments, like starring Jason Momoa as Blanca. It's like, wait, what? Why is he Blanca? Stuff like that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Where can you watch the E3? Here, go to the Summer Games Fest. It's not really like, I mean, it's like the new E3. It's like the new E3 where it's like, oh, it's just the Summer Games Fest. But it is basically E3 in terms of the way that like E3 was basically ran. I will say that the Summer Games Fest, initially, they had less comedy and like less for fun stuff than E3, and nothing will beat the moments at E3 of like when you had like some person go on and they would just do stuff that was crazy. The mod, Hello Mod, has reached a 20 stream streak. That's insane to me. Holy shit! But also like I wasn't here for 11 days, so how's that possible? Hello Mod, how are you? Mod, holy shit, you're here. I was gonna ask you, because I wasn't sure when you were back from whatever it was that you were doing that I can't talk about. But I was like, hey, you know, I asked chat, I was like, maybe we should do like a workout thing. And I was like, wait a minute, in my head, I was like, you know how to work out. And in fact, you would be, and in fact, you told me about, so I'm like, hey, Mod, would you be willing to work with me? To work on a new weekly segment with the chat where we all work out together? Would you be willing to be a personal trainer for the entire chat for like 1 hour per week? Please put the dinosaurs away. Does everyone here agree to work out? Well, it's not about them agreeing, right? Okay, it's a bit like the accountability circle, okay? Everybody, it's a bit like the accountability circle. I just force people into doing it, and then they do it, and then they feel happy about themselves, yeah? Okay? It's the same process. We'll pay you in exposure. Please do not expose yourselves inside the gym to the mod. Please don't expose yourselves to her. She is a working person. Give her respect. Thank you, appreciate it. But yeah, some people have agreed. I don't know how many. But if we do it over time, I bet you we can get even more and more and more. Like, if we just slowly do it over time, we can eventually get more and more people. Because, like, the thing is, right? If we can get the gym bros to show up once a week, we can eventually convert them into VTuber lovers, right? So it's like, every single time we finish a workout, we just play a clip from a VTuber. And we slowly convert them into loving VTubers at the same time. Then we have gym bro VTuber lovers, right? We like slowly de-chudify them. That's good. Holy shit, that's really good. But yeah, sorry. The schedule. So yeah, we'll figure out the fitness thing. But the schedule today: Accountability Circle plus Teamfight Manager 2. Okay. We're gonna do the Summer Games Fest thing in Final Fantasy 14 though, okay? I mean, we're gonna watch it on a browser, but we're gonna be in Final Fantasy 14 as well, because like, there's literally nothing to do during those downtime moments within the Summer Games Fest. It's like very It's weird how the downtime takes a very long time. So we're gonna be playing Mahjong and fishing in Final Fantasy XIV. If you want to join, you can also join, and we'll play Mahjong too. Okay. I did make a new character though, so I do need to level them up to get to that point, which we'll be doing as part of the Summer Games Fest. So it shouldn't take too long. But yeah, we'll be playing some Mahjong on the side, which is gonna be good. Mostly fishing though. Mostly fishing. I need to find some more fishing spots. Tomorrow is House Flipper 2. We're gonna build the ideal office because I have an entire office segment. I'm not even kidding you. There's actually a lot of segments that are going to come, but there's an entire office segment tomorrow. This will be multiplayer, so you can join as well. June 7th, I actually got like a whole bunch of horror game demos, and we're gonna finish Camel Toe 10,000 CE. I swear to God, but we're gonna finish Camel Toe, okay? And then we also have the next accountability circle. In the meantime, because my Steam VR headset is broken, well, not the headset, but like more so the actual lighthouse is broken. We won't be doing it in VR chat. We'll be doing it within Final Fantasy XIV. However, sorry, just to remind people, the Steam Frame is shipping this summer. Today we are expanding the verified program to include the Steam Machine and Steam Frame, both of which are shipping this summer. Okay? So, when summertime, I feel like it's already summer. I don't know when summer starts, because I feel like the weather's already summer. It's 30 plus degrees everywhere. We're going through a heat wave, and people are gonna die. But this is coming out in summer, and that means viewer streams are coming back in full force. And I don't even care if this costs a lot of money. I don't care how much money this costs. I'm gonna get this day one, because I can't even really. I literally can't use my index because the lighthouse is like broken, and it's wireless, which means that I can like go and actually do stuff in VR chat easier in the middle of the room, which is great. The 21st. The 21st. Is that when summer starts? When does summer start? What is the? Wow, it is. Yeah. Wait, this is a Facebook. Wait, what? Facebook.com/National Geographic. I'm gonna trust Canada, okay? This is from the Government of Canada, the National Research Council of Canada, okay? And I trust Canadians because we have 4 seasons. There are 4 astronomical seasons on Earth, doubt, defined by the movement of the sun in the sky. For the Northern Hemisphere, spring starts at the moment when the sun is directly over the equator, going from south to north, the vernal equinox. Equinox. Is it equinox or is it equinox? Is it like equity or is it like equality? Summer starts at the moment when the sun is farthest north, the summer solstice. Fall starts at the moment when the sun is directly over the equator, going from north to south, the autumnal equinox. Depending on equinox, winter, it's usually 20 or 21st. Winter starts the moment when the sun is farthest south, the winter solstice. Usually 20. You were spot on, actually. It really is like almost always the 20 and the 21st. For normal people, summer always starts on the 1st of June. Y'all are weird. Okay, this isn't us being weird. Okay, Canada is the only real place that it exists. All right, that's only for meteorologists. It's only for meteorologists. I don't see meteorology here, okay? Look. Population tracker Canada. Do you know why we this is why we need this, okay? Okay? We have stats for everything. Alright? Canada is the only one who tracks everything. No. June 21st is normal. Oh! Wait, what? June 1st is for the weather people. Wait, what? Meteorologist June 1st. It's June 1st. Welcome to What? How do you know about this? Welcome to meteorological summer. Does it track your mom? Mom, how are you doing, Mom? Are you okay? What the fuck? Stop talking to me. Stop it. Who's talking to me? Mom, are you okay, Mom? Well, let's see, okay? If Ontario goes red, my mom is dead. If Ontario goes blue, my friend's baby was just born. Ah, New Brunswick. Okay, let's see who dies. Okay, let's see who's dying. For the moment. Come on, Alberta. Fuck! We lost the Nova Scotian. There's not that many of them. It's not that many people in Newfoundland and Labrador as well as Nova Scotia. It's kind of hard. A lot of fucking. There's a lot of fucking going on. Hey, Canada may have a small population, but think about it. It was even smaller just last year. We did a lot of work to get here, okay, chat? You guys, there's nothing else to do there. Hey, take that back. Only I can say that because I live here. Only I can say that because I live here. Santa Mod. While most wait until June 21st for the start of summer, meteorologists begin the season early. Why? It's all about the science. Did you know there are actually two different sets of seasons and thus two different summers every year? Astronomically, the first day of summer falls on the solstice around the 21st of June. However, meteorologically, the season begins 3 weeks earlier than the 1st of June. This is the story behind meteorological summer. Okay, I thought you were joking, Mod. Like, I thought that you were saying, like, that as a joke of like, oh, only the meteorologists care about this. I didn't know that you knew about meteorology. 2 summers, fuck that. Fuck that. Yeah, but like think about it. If their summer starts early, it means that their fall starts early too. So technically, we're like technically halfway through the summer. Throughout the year, we typically use 4 different dates in the calendar to mark the patch of the seasons, each key to the sun's journey across the skies. Okay, yeah, blah, 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 blah. As the planet orbs, okay, yeah, sure, the source is so during each year, for the half the year, climbs higher. They don't work quite as well for keeping track of our weather and climate. The start and end dates typically fail to capture the weather. Okay, here we go. So literally, wait, what? Does it make that much of a difference? They do more than the brain. They also tend to capture. Wait. So to better align the seasons with how weather records were kept, meteorological seasons were invented. Sorry, something comparisons can't be made. That's just a modern back when all the record keeping was done by hands. The first 300 years would be far more comes if you used comparing seasonal trends. Astronomical seasons are anything but consistent. The influence of the moon. This is too complicated. Can you give me like a 5-sentence blurb? Can you give me like a 2-sentence blurb about why? I need a 2-sentence blurb about why they differ. This is too complicated for my taste. What the fuck? USDA confirms presence of flesh-eating screwworm in Texas. Jesus Christ. What the hell's going on? Oh yeah, we have nothing to like do, eh? At least we don't have flesh-eating worms up in the States, eh? At least we're safe over here, okay? It seems like I don't know what's going on. Okay, so meteorological summers are the only summers that make sense. Because it's the only summer that tracks the weather. I'm with the weather people here. I feel like society did, like... Because it doesn't matter where the sun is. It matters what temperature it is. If your temperature goes over 30 degrees Celsius, I'm sorry to say it, it's summer. Whether the calendar says... Because this is the thing, okay? At some point, we're gonna be in an endless summer because of global warming. At some point, it's gonna happen. And then we're gonna be stuck here forever, okay? There's no point making it like a whole different system of like, oh, it's when the sun gets to a certain point. No, it's about the temperature. It's about what we feel. But yeah, sorry. Back to the thing. You rather have endless winter? Yes, I actually would rather have it too. You can put on more clothing. You can't get more naked. However, think about this, right? Think about this. The hotter it gets, the more likely... I was gonna say the hotter it gets, the more likely that you'll have sex, but like nobody would ever have sex with you, even if everybody's naked, because they still wouldn't like you. For people who love shoveling. No, this is the thing, okay? The only reason why we shovel is because there is a summer. If the hot season never comes, nobody ever expects there to not be snow, okay? If there's an eternal winter, people live with the fact that there's snow and ice everywhere. So therefore, their expectation is that you don't even have to shovel. That's just life. It wouldn't even be like cutting grass. The only reason why we cut grass is because of like HOAs, okay? It would be like when it rains, nobody actually bothers to like shovel the rain or bucket it somewhere because it's gonna evaporate anyways. It's gonna drain away and evaporate. It just doesn't matter, right? Same thing with the snow. If it's an eternal winter, it wouldn't matter. The snow would stay there and you wouldn't have to shovel. You could just keep it there forever, okay? You would put your mailbox at the street. You would then go slide down to the mailbox to go take out your mail. You would then do an expedition from your mailbox to your front door to get back home. And everybody would work from home. Life would be better. You ever see those videos of people? You ever see those videos of people living in Yakutsk? Okay? They live in Yakutsk and they don't shovel. I've never seen a Yakutian shovel. Yakutsk. Yeah, a day in my life in Yakutsk. Look at this. Here, where I have to open the like video. Okay, you gotta have this. Anchorage, Alaska. This is a much more homegrown example. Well, I don't know. Anchorage does get hot though. I don't know. It's still kind of fucked up there. Look, all I'm saying is, if you live in a place where there's always snow, you literally don't care to shovel because there's no point. It'll always be there. Okay. So when we have eternal winter, we'll be freed from the need to shovel, and we will never have to shovel ever again, because then, and only then, do people understand that the snow is here to stay. Unlike now, because there is the hope of a summer, people always have this belief that maybe tomorrow it'll be a warmer day. And I think too many people are delusional about that now, okay? Because the reality of it is that for the entirety of winter, it's going to keep snowing. There really is no point to... I have a whole rant about this. I've said it last time. There's no point to shoveling, okay? During winter, there's no point. Sorry. Winter, more sex to stay warm. Exactly. More activity. Why shovel when a flamethrower exists? Okay, you know, people say like farming is bad for the environment. Maybe winter is bad for the environment too, but not because of the snow, but because people would just have flamethrowers and they would like chuck coal in. Like you would see people just like throwing everything in to like burn, to make these like giant pits to like drop the snow. Apparently, some Japanese people have to shovel because if they don't, the weight of the snow will break the roof. Exactly, because for them, snow is such a rarity that they never built for it, right? Because you have to choose, right? Because it's like, do you build a 4 million yen home for like for tsunamis and snow, or do you build only for tsunamis? Like for the most part, you're just gonna deal with the tsunamis, okay? You won't really deal with snow. However, I've also seen those Japanese cities where it snows all the time and there's giant snowbanks on the side. Japanese city snowbank. Nah, in those cities it happens all the time. It's just still too much. Then they're weak. Okay, they're weak. Like, oh, this roof is gonna cave, yeah? Build a better home. Hokkaido gets a lot of snow, you would think. Okay, well, I found a different place, sorry. This place is called Takiyama. Or Tateyama. That's all snow! Wonderworld, that's all snow. Holy shit, that's actually crazy. What the fuck? Dude, there's like somebody's house over here. Holy shit. Like you could actually die. Like you could be lost. And also this house is way too close to the corner here. Like that's crazy. Dream home. Honestly, this is a vibe. Yeah. Wait. With this music, if you go full screen, right? And then we add like a vaporwave filter. Let's go. We'll do some vaporwave. Oh shit, yeah, here we go. Let's do some vaporwave. Like ooh. I don't know. Do like I don't know. It's too green. Oh fuck. Okay, too much. Okay, too much still. Way too much still. Huge shift. Your eyes. Don't worry. That's the point. Welcome to Vaporwave. Colorblind test. Colorblind test. Oh shit, chat. This is it. Okay, now close your eyes and just listen to the music. And just like imagine this beautiful place where there's just a bunch of snow. It's nice to hang out and it's like lo-fi, right? It's like a lo-fi low. Wait. I know I keep saying low, but lo-fi POV trapped in a snowy wonderland, okay? Holy shit. That's it, dude. Lo-fi POV trapped in the snowy wonderland. shit, that's it right there. That's the concept. Like, whoa, check out the snow. Whoa. POV. You stared at the sun for too long. Your eyes will not adjust. Holy shit, you actually nailed it. Yeah, because that's exactly what happens. Yeah. Or at the snow, yeah. And it's like too bright, so it blinds you. It's the same feeling. The same look. That's good. Holy shit. I know that the schedule ends at June 8th, but that's because I'm still planning some more things. The reason why is because I need to figure out if I even want to do some of these segments. A lot of these segments will probably get me banned, so we'll have to see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't get me banned, but if it does, we'll have to see. But I'm just planning out which segments that I want to do now or which I want to save for when I get the VR headset. But there's one segment in particular that we will have to figure out very soon, because I'm hoping to do that. But there's a lot, okay? There's a lot. There will be streams from now until the 16th. Until the 18th or something. I'm not really sure when, but should be for a very long time. Maybe all the way until like the 20th even. I'm not really sure. And yeah, hopefully you all have fun. But today, we got some things to do. First off, the accountability circle. So this is all just gonna be a part of the accountability circle VOD because I'm just too lazy. Is this music from Dust the Elysian Tale? No, it's from my music folder. It's playing in MPV right now. It's from my music folder. Sorry, I haven't been here for this. Okay? This says June 1st, and today, it may surprise you, it's June 5th. I didn't know. Okay? Actually, in 2 days, it's 6-7. Are you guys excited? In 2 days, it's 6-7 day. This is the first year that 6-7 day will ever be celebrated. I don't know what's gonna happen. There's gonna be riots on the street. Sigh. You understand, okay? You understand. Gen Z, Gen Alpha, Gen Beta, Gen... I don't know, what's like the new generation... Generation names. Let's see. A year-by-year guide. No, generation. There we go. List of social generations. The lost generation. Okay, generation... Okay, Gen Z, Gen Z, and Generation Alpha. They've been waiting for this, okay? They've been waiting for this day. This is the first year for 6-7. Because like when 6-7 became meme. When 6-7. 6-7, also pronounced 6-7, also written, is an internet meme slang term that was popularized in 2025. Originated from this song, Doot Doot. You can't fucking be serious. Yeah, what do you mean? The phrase originated from the driller rap song Doot 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 Doot. You can't make this up. Doot Doot. You saw some slop 6-7 game on the PS Store and you wanted to cry. What? PlayStation Store. I want to see it. 6-7. If I search 6-7, what happens? Holy fuck! Look at this shit. What the hell is this? Shit, it just has the kid from the meme. 6-7. 6-7 Battle Royale. There's a lot. And then the rest is like currency for... Oh my god. Do you think it's for everything? Like, if I go to the Nintendo store. 6-7. Games. 6-7 Nintendo eStore. Can I search the eStore online? I thought you could search the eStore, no? eShop. Here we go. The eShop. eShop. Nintendo eShop. How do I search the eShop? Browse Nintendo eShop. Not in Australia. Go to the US. Games. Nintendo eShop! How come only in Australia you can search it online? Thank you. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you for saving me. See more games? How do I search for games? Oh shit, here we go. I don't know how to search in the site. That's kind of weird. This is a giant list. Hello Mario. Hello? How do I search for games? This is the only search bar. I search 6-7. Nothing shows up. Your search didn't result in any results. You searched in the top left. Top left? Am I crazy? Like here? Where's the search bar? Where's the search bar? Fuck it. Games. Explore. Games. Top left. Games. Where's the search bar? Also, yeah, 6-7 costs 0.99 is a crazy play. You're telling me it doesn't cost 6-7? That's crazy. Look at this gameplay too. It's so ass. And a 6-7 battle royale. How about Steam? I forget the Steam. What's it again? Store.steam powered? I'll just search up Steam. I'm gonna sneeze. 6-7. Holy shit. Sorry. 6-7. 67 minutes in heaven. 6-7. There's none on Nintendo. Sadly. Even though there's a lot of slop games on it, I'm surprised that they don't have more. Train Simulator 6767. Halo, Who's Your Daddy? No. Release date. Here we go. Thank you for blessing me. 6-7. Did I mean 6? No, I meant 6-7. How about if we search 6-7? Grimloop. Wait, that sounds sick. Real VR. Wait, real VR fishing. No fucking shit. Really? Oh shit, chat. We might have to play this. Devs United Games. Oh, you gotta catch the fish! Chat, I don't know how to say this. I want to play a fishing game that lets me slam the fish onto the pavement, and I don't know why. I want to play a fishing game that lets me grab the fish and go, and it goes like right on the pavement. See its eyes pop out and yeah. Am I okay streaming? No. It's just, but only in a video game. I just want to see what happens in a video game if you slam the fish. I wouldn't do it in real life. I wouldn't even go fishing in real life because I feel like it's amazed by the immersive, realistic experience. Wow. We can fish in VR. Okay, well, this is another reason why I need the Steam frame. 6-7 minutes in heaven. Your neighbor invites you on a double date, setting you up with a new girl in town. Holy fuck, it's a horror game. Chat, this is a little scary. I want you to make out with me is what that said. She's crawling on the floor! It's made by a person named One Flow Man, who made The Lord of Pirates. What are you doing in here? Hey friends, this is Money. So here we are. What do you want to do? Do people actually play this shit in real life? Not like this game, but like that idea of like spin the bottle. I've never seen that played in real life, and I feel like it's... And I was not a sexless person, you know what I mean? Like, I had sex. And, like, I was cool enough to go on dates and stuff. But, like, this always seemed like a joke of, like, oh, yeah, you play spin the ball, you get into a closet, and you make out, and, like, someone gives you, like, a blowjob or something. Was it a college thing? It was a college thing? Fuck, See, I skipped out on college. Oh, my God, this is dog shit. You guess. 6-7. You guess 6 or 7.
7.
Guess 6 or 7. 6. You guess? Yeah, it's 50-50. There are 6 sexes. There are 6 sixes and 7 sevens. 7 sevens. Okay, 7 sevens. Hey, what do you do? How do you do it? So 6 sixes and then 7 sevens. Is this the entire game? There are never 3 in a row. Chat, it's literally explaining you the rules of the game. There are never 3 in a row. 6, 7. Or will you choose wrong to start over? 7. 6, 7. By robots and games. Also, keep in a short 6-7 game where you guess whether it's a 6 or a 7. There are 7 sevens. Can you 6-7 to the top? Also, keep in mind 6-7. memory, 6 gigabytes of RAM. If there was a GPU that took 7, they had it. The storage should have been 6, 7. $3? You can buy a lot of games for $3. You can buy a lot of games for $3. I don't care if it's mining Bitcoin off my PC. I need to beat 6, 7. Nice game, even though I don't know how to play it. There's... Chat, do you see this? You see this? This game has such a simple rule set. It was made for children. And this person is like, I don't know how to play this game. They've given 4 reviews. This is a child. They gave a review in Chinese. Username is 67. Translate. What does this even mean? Yeah. Can you fuck off? It's fun, but the skins aren't very nice. The optimization is horrible. What the hell is this? What? Wait, I think they're actually just Chinese. Wait, they're not joking. I think they actually are Chinese. Okay, sorry. I thought it was a joke that they were posting reviews in Chinese, but I actually think that they're actually, actually Chinese. Look at this. Best game I've ever played. Please, guys, let's build this country to glory. What the fuck does that mean? Chat, this person has a 6, 7 profile picture. Like, this is sad. These are real people. These are real human beings. What the fuck is this? Chat. It's not loading. Holy shit. I mean, if I'm thinking about... If I make a poop game, right? And like the level select screen, this is one of the most creative ways to make a level select screen. And it even has like shit stained toilet paper. Oh my god, I think I recognize this level layout. I swear to god, this is a template game that you can buy for Unity or something. I swear to god, this is one of those platformer templates that like you can buy from the asset store, and you replace the art assets for your own stuff. When you die, there's like a toilet bowl. That was fucking disgusting. Chat, look at this. There's a dog blowing its ass out. Why? They have more? Black fairy tale. What does that mean? Transform into a girl. What the fuck is this? There's like a VTuber in the bottom right. What is this? What is this? I thought, okay, I swear to god, I thought she was topless. She just has massive titties. What? I don't know how to explain it to you. This is edited like a Billy dancing compilation of like hot, sexy women. And I don't know how to explain it to you. If you've never seen those videos, 1, you're a normal person. But 2, like if you've seen them, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's edited like a PMV of like hot, sexy dancing woman on Billy. Has the same visual effect. Add AI, it says, with the AI pictures. Oh, Viper TKD Game Studio. Oh, recent development update. 6, 7 in a row, 2 to 4 players. 1 curator has reviewed this. What do you mean 1 curator? Neighborly, what the fuck is this? Neighborly, sweet and dependable Australian people. What? 6, 7. Not recommended. Mewing is outdated. Brian from history class. Who the fuck? Why would you care about this person's opinion? Why would you care about this? There's more 6, 7 game? RGB execution. What the hell is this? Wait, this one looks... Ow! This one looks kind of sick though. Ow. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm ears.
I want to see you.
This one was very weird, actually. RGB execution. Well, that's actually kind of cool. I don't know. Okay, you know what? But they didn't recommend this, which is crazy. 6-7 Night at Vicenti's. It's a horror and strategy game in the style of Five Nights at Freddy's. Chat, we can't. Life can't be like this. At some point, you have to realize that like your 6-7 game is gonna go downhill and no one's gonna play it. At some point, you have to realize that like 6-7 was the thing that should have died out the moment that it came from a song called Doot Doot. Okay, play Hello Mario. Be happy. Play Hello Mario. This is a 6-7 game. Holy shit, chat! Look at this. Look at this advertising. Wait. Who made this game? Where's the developer? How do I see the developer of the game? The publisher is Nintendo, but you see the developer info. Hello people. Hello chat. This is an official Nintendo game, and they have a picture of a baby's hand because the only people who would play this dog shit game is a baby. The only person who would play that dog shit game is a baby. It's a fucking baby. Hey, but you're here in time for the accountability circle. Sorry, we got a little bit distracted. This is all one VOD. Oh, you know what's crazy? Actually, you know those VODs for the accountability circle? People actually watch them, eh? Like, there's actually sometimes it gets views. And I don't really know what they're watching for. Because it's like, unless you were a part of the circle, it wouldn't really matter what the circle does, right? But like, some people actually do watch the accountability circle, and I don't really know why. It's very odd to me, because you would think that it would be so niche that no one watch it. But look, 30 people watched the last accountability circle one. I thought it'd be like 2 people. 30 people is a lot of people if you think about what the purpose of this is, okay? But I guess it's because I keep getting distracted. Hello everybody, welcome to the accountability circle. Sorry, we have to do this fast actually. We have about, there's a very good chance Teamfight Manager 2 may not even take place because we have 3.5 hours. Sorry, so I didn't realize that this text was still on screen. So we may not even have time to get to it. Because we need to build the bingo for the Summer Games Fest 2. And it may be moved to tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes, okay? It all depends on the accountability circle. And maybe it's a good thing, because that last accountability circle was sad, chat, okay? There was only half an hour's worth of talking about it. Because most of you did nothing. Most of you did absolutely nothing, okay? Only one of you is giving these full updates. Most of you don't even explain what you're doing, okay? Most of you just show up and you just say, okay, I've done something. There's no reason. There's no rhyme or reason. You don't even, like, give me your thought process. You just do things. This is about sharing. Share your feelings, your thoughts, your emotions, the reasons why you do these things. Why are you doing this? You know what? I've never asked any of you this, actually. I've never asked any of you this. Why are you doing these things that you do? Do any of you even know? Huh? Do any of you even know what you're doing here? Or like why you're doing it, huh? I wish Yuki was here so I could ask them why they want to make progress in Monster Hunter Rise. Or why they want to draw or post something on their dead page, which is crazy because it's like it's not a dead page because they're not doing something. It's a dead page because they're too busy doing stuff. Why they want to get proper sleep of 6 to 8. Okay, they had a chance. They had the chance to do 6-7 hours. We don't know. Did you open a different browser? We don't know. Why they want to get snacks, and why they want to watch anime, and why they want to start working on new commissions. Do any of you even know why you want to do anything, huh? I don't know. And I wish I knew. Actually, maybe one day I should ask. Okay, how about this? I will, okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, members of the circle. I have a question for you all. Why do you all put yourselves through this torture? Why do you do what you do? Is it for a dream that you have or had once in your life when you used to dream at all? Is it for the glory and the applause that you get live on stream every week sometimes every 2 weeks. Happy Donut Day. You It's like being on a live broadcast for news, and then somebody like bombs, or like photo bombs, a like news segment, and they just run in front of the camera, say like, "I love penis," and then they run away. What's that emote? What's that emote? Why the donut? Well, why do I have the emote? Why? Okay, who added that? Who added that? Who else has access to my account? Who added that? I don't. I never added that. Somebody added that, and I don't know who. However, there are new emotes. Let me see if I can find what the new emotes are. And I know we're getting distracted again, but I swear to God, we're gonna make it through. Okay? I know we're getting distracted again, but we're making it through. Sorry, the stream may lag a bit. It's slowly loading every emote. Distractions. You know what? You're right. I closed a tab. Happy Donut Day. Why do people do what they do here? I don't know. But we're gonna go down top to bottom as per usual. There was gonna be a spreadsheet, but sorry, but the Hello Room took time. Okay, there's gonna be a lot more things being on this. I'm still tallying your scores, so it does matter. But I do want to see what all of you have been up to while I was gone, because I even had some goals too that I maybe got to as well. I actually want to see exactly what Yuki's been doing in Monster Hunter Rise. They actually made progress within Monster Hunter Rise, which is crazy because I feel like that game, they've been playing it for weeks now. They posted a comic. How do I find them? How do I find the comics again? How do I find their comics? Yuki Potato, etc. Sauce from anime and manga, please. She, Awesome 20, a potato. Okay, but Yuki, how do I find your comics? Okay, I can't show these. Okay, Yuki, I can't show these. Yuki, there is so much porn on their art station. There is so much porn on their art station. There is so much not safe for work. Not safe for work NTR. Holy... That's the shit. Holy shit. Patreon.com/post/knockedup-nt-ntr. It's so good. Chat, it's like the moment it's just like straight up like this NTR. So tight. I can't show these. Okay, well they definitely posted some new comics, but I can't show it. Okay, they actually got some new comics. No sleep for the wicked. My body clock is fucked. Oh no! Oh no! Actually, how many of you actually sleep full 8 hours? I'm actually curious about this too, because I feel like sleeping eight hours is a fantasy more than a reality. Because I've never had like a good 8 hour sleep too. Now actually with the dog every day at 6 a.m. I'm gonna get you. At 6 or 7, the dog wakes up and starts barking the entire time. And she loves to bark because there's another dog that she barks with. And both dogs bark at 6 or 7. I don't understand why, but they're both so annoying. Like, I love her, but she's so annoying. But she's also not my dog, so I can't say anything, okay? I hang out with the dog, but she's not my Missy. She's the family dog, or she's my brother's dog. I can't say anything. So this dog just wakes up and just starts barking. So I only get like 6 hours of sleep. You try to get 8 most days, period. Why did you put a period there? It's too formal. 8 or 9. If you use periods in Twitch chat, I'm sorry to say it, you don't belong here. 8 or 9. That's actually pretty good. See, that's rare to me. I would have expected Twitch viewers to be more like on the 5 or 6 hour scale. I feel like Twitch viewers actually. Maybe that makes sense. I guess if you're a neat weeaboo, you would probably sleep like 12 hours if you could, because you wouldn't really want to be awake unless you get isekai'd. So maybe 9 to 10 more on weekends. Holy shit, you're old. You're like the grandma who sits on the chair and is like, okay, kids, you're fuck, and just knocks out like, holy shit, grandma, wake up, no. And you used to have to go to places like school, you would barely sleep. True. Old people don't sleep long. Well, actually, that's true. You know what it is? I have noticed that too. So when my parents got old, I was like, okay, are they gonna sleep more? But no, they actually sleep less. They like sleep 2 hours, and I hear them at 4 a.m. just like walking around. I'm like, why are you guys up? And then they just go, oh, we're old. Of course I'm old. I don't sleep anymore. You know what I mean? And like Costco guys were. So it's just very, I don't know. It's just very odd that like the meme is that your grandfather sleeps. Wait, so how come? So I mean, I get liking sleep, but like, I wish I could do that. I don't know why, but I can't sleep more than maybe 9 hours before my body's like, wake up, panic, wake up, and I wake up in like a cold sweat. But when you have to go places, you know what it is? It's because school and work, you don't get to sleep at your own times, and I hate that. I'm more of a night body. I get way more active at nighttime, and I get way more tired during the day. And I know that there's like a pseudoscience to it, but I swear to God, I swear the real science of it is that I am a night owl. I don't even feel like I'm very good during the day. I feel like I'm much more like in tune at nighttime. So it's very hard for me to be able to like go to sleep at night, and then also to stop my brain from working. Like when I had the work day shift, which is weird to say that as like a software person, but like when I was working with a team overseas, I was able to move to a nighttime schedule. My work progress skyrocketed. I was like, holy shit, this is so much better, because it was just at the right time for my body to like work at. Like it just felt good. You just tend to sleep more. Parents thought you were dead once as a child because you slept for so long. Oh my god. Wait, that's actually kind of cool. If I was older, I would love to have you as my child so I could get like a heart attack too. Like, oh my god, honey, she's dead. Wake up, no, how could this be? And then you wake up and it's like, whoa, why is everyone so like scared? Oh wait, have you ever had that feeling when you sleep for too long, it's like a whole new day, and you think to yourself like, what happened, right? I remember one time I fell asleep and it happened so quickly, and then when I woke up, it was like a whole new day. Like I slept during the afternoon of one day, and then I woke up during the morning of the other day, and I was like, what day is it? But it happened so quickly that I didn't even realize that I fell asleep. And then everyone told me that it's the next day, and I was like, holy shit, I slept for like 14 hours. And I was like, oh my god. Like I feel like when you time travel like that, nothing feels real anymore. But yeah, good to know that all of you have crazy sleep schedules, or like, maybe not crazy. All of you have good sleep schedules, but you just sleep at different times, right? I'm the only one with a bad sleep schedule. Well, I mean, me and Yuki now. They didn't get any snacks, and they completed watching. Wait, what? Was their goal to watch anime? I swear their goal wasn't to watch anime. Oh, they were okay. They actually did want to. They completed watching one anime series, A Lovely Complex. I heard that this one was good. And 2 anime movies. To me, The One Who Loves You. I swear I remember this one was... And to every you that I've loved. I swear both of them, I've heard that they're both really good. I still need to watch them. And they did rough sketches of the new commissions. Nice, let's go! Plus 2 points. You sleep longer, people don't wake you up to check if you're alive. That's true. But what if this entire time, the only reason that you're alive is because people wake you up, right? Because that's the thing, right? What if this entire time, people haven't been joking? Like, how do you know that you won't die? Because this is the thing, okay? What if you would die if you slept for too long, and the only reason that you're alive is because they're keeping you alive, and you just think that they're bothering you? Like, you don't know. And so it's like, but it's because you're asleep, so you don't know. But like, what if there's like a sign? Like, what if you start convulsing and then you start bleeding from your nose or something, and then they have to like clean you up, and you just don't know every single time. And plus, you don't move in your sleep, so you can see how people are scared. Okay, please, one day when you fall asleep, can you fall asleep like a vampire and just see what happens? Like, fall asleep like a vampire. Put your arms crossed on your chest, okay? Like hands flat. Just fall asleep like that and just see how long you stay like that. I want to see if you can do that, okay? Because then, I think that's how you scare people. That's how you... Yo, you should do that. That's like a prank. Well, but what if you do that already? Okay. Then, you're 4,000 years old, and you're probably rich, and so therefore, I need you to contact me so we can set up a wire transfer from your, like, vampire funds. Alright? Because if you're a vampire and you're poor... I feel like you're a bad vampire. Because what's the point of living forever if you can't even make a couple bucks? You know what I mean? if you live forever and you're not retired, you're doing something wrong. You know what I mean? Imagine working for like 3,000 years because you couldn't figure out how to save money. That would be crazy. Actually, that would be funny. Where story about a vampire who has absolutely zero financial skills and has been a wage cuck for the last 4,000 years. That's good. Yo, what's poppin'? Okay, I'm sorry that you came back at possibly the worst time possible. Like, you came back, you came back at the worst time possible. Like, you heard me say that live, and I don't know how to. I'm sorry. Hello, chat. Welcome back. And how are you? It's been a while. But yeah, we were thinking about a vampire who has absolutely has no financial skills and has been a wage cuck for the last 4,000 years. We're also doing the accountability circle. Where have you been? How have you been? I have been doing some goals. Okay, these are my goals now. I'm not a vampire, so I had to deal with things like this cold room. Okay, I had some goals. I was gonna fix the cold room. I was gonna and this is for last week. I was gonna visit the baby, and I'm gonna stop planning things for the next 2 or 3 years because I'm socially done. I wanted to finish my game prototype, which I have some like news on, but this will probably be the thing for the next one since I finally have to have a time again. This I also have to have like news on. And I want to do the Teamfight Manager 2 bit so I can stop thinking about it. Okay? I visited the baby. I vanquished the cold room. There's no more weird leaks. It's actually like kind of nice now. I would probably stay in there for longer if it wasn't so cold. I'm holding off on all my plans so I can just live my life. Da baby. I don't know why I keep saying da baby. I don't know. It's very cute. You know what I mean? I am going to hold off on the plans. My niece's graduation is probably the last one for a very long time. I got a lot more work done on my game prototype. We're prototyping a new stream thing during the Teamfight Manager 2 bit today as an additional thing on top of the original gear that I had. Because the stream UI stuff, while it was cool, I realized that this thing that I'm using was even cooler. Because this game prototype was just a way for me to test this. I test this game engine framework type thing to see if it even worked. And I had this old game idea from when I was a kid that like worked perfectly, and I was like, wait a minute, it's actually like pretty good. I can't show you the game prototype, but I will be able to show you it in like a month's time when it's actually like not full of placeholder stuff. Okay. And the cold room it did however take something out, and that was the original time. I was gonna do the Teamfight Manager 2 bit yesterday, and maybe even sooner, really, but I just forgot to I just couldn't get to it, and then I forgot to ask you all for like updates. So yeah, hard times ahead of time. Hey, you know what? If it's hard times, I hope that you're doing well, and hopefully you're gonna be okay. It's hard times for everyone, and I know that there's a lot going on, so please do take care of yourselves. This stream, I need to remind people, okay? It's one of my many rules somewhere here in the esophagus. Is it? Why does she make stay hydrated? Stay hydrated. I did not kill them. Why did she type that? Don't be very social. Don't argue about. What the fuck? There was a rule. There was a rule about the stream is not important, and I think it was here. Don't expect anything from me or the chatters. Okay? This stream is not important. You're important. Okay? If you want to go live your life because you have to, don't feel bad. You can go live your life. The VODs are gonna be here, but everybody please give that chatter a big hug. Give them a hug and tell them it's okay. Okay? I hope that you're gonna be good. You expect disappointment. Honestly, I do too. Like every time I stream, I do go in with the idea of like I'm going to disappoint, because that way I feel free. You know what I mean? It's the one thing that I like about that rule of no expectations. It makes me more free to do whatever I want on the stream. And it makes it so much easier to do the bits that I do, because some of these bits are genuinely so unfunny when I look at it in hindsight, but in the moment it's so fun for me that I don't care. Like Charlie Chaplin Diablo 2 was so funny to me in the moment. Like you couldn't see it because the text-to-speech didn't capture me laughing, but I was like, holy shit, it's actually like a really stupid bit that's like funny. But only in hindsight do I realize that, like, for those of you who don't know, this is the Charlie Chaplin bit. I need to sneeze. Oh God! Please don't tell me I'm sick. Please, I don't want to be sick. This is the Charlie Chaplin bit. This was a great bit. Who's text to speech. And look at what I named this text file. Hi and welcome to my stream.txt. And it was just text to speech the entire time in this notepad. And it like there was no voice. It was actually dog shit. Like in hindsight, it was so dog shit. But I was like, this is. But in the moment, I was like, this is sick. Noted. Also, playing a summoner was super boring. It was a very boring time. Also, I'm pretty sure this was when I was using my brother's account. I have my own account now. I was just using his account because he already had the game, and I was like, yeah, sure. But then he was like, okay, my brother did tell me that like people were bothering him, and so I have to remind all of you, please don't bother him. People lend me their accounts to use on the condition that like you don't bother him, okay? I don't get access to these accounts if you keep bothering him. So please don't bother him, but it's too late. So I had to go buy this game myself. However, it's fine because now that I have my own account, there's going to be a Diablo 2 segment at some point on somebody else's stream that I'm going to be joining in on. And I can't wait for that because it's going to be fun. Using bro's account to avoid a ban. I'm not going in the game and saying slurs, okay? I'm like being a normal person. I'm just playing the game. There's nothing to be banned for. It's Diablo 2. It's an old game. If I'm banned, everyone else gets like banned too, alright? But yeah. I go in with disappointment, and you should too, because then you get nothing. Wait, sorry. If there's a rule of don't expect anything from stream and chatters, but I expect much from you with the circle. Oh shit! I never thought about it like that. Never thought about it like that. I do expect a lot from you for the circle. Hi, it's me, your brother. My brother typed that. It's like, no, please, no. Don't type that. Don't do it. Okay, look, the accountability circle is an opt-in. Okay, look. The stream. There are viewers right now. How many live viewers do I have? I don't even know. I actually don't even. How do you check the viewer count? This is not a bit. I actually don't know how to check the viewer count. Will you check the viewer count? Analytics, overview, research, last 30 days. Can I get like a day? Can I get like a single day? 9. You see 8. You see 9. I see 6, 7. Okay. We all see sorts of numbers. All right. There are 9 viewers. How many people are currently chatting? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4 chatters. There are 5 people. There are 5 people who are watching right now who are like, I don't have any expectations. Whatever you're doing here, I like it, but I don't give a fuck about this stupid accountability circle. But that's the thing. They don't care. But why did you say it like that? Why did you say it like that? Oh shit, that's good. It's getting big. It's getting big. Holy shit, the sexual undertones are crazy. It's off the charts. Oh, I need to remind, okay, for the 5 viewers who are not chatting, I need to tell you, this is not a Goonie stream. Okay, this is a very normal stream. If you're here the first time, this is... They aren't usually this weird. They aren't usually this it's weird. But yeah, see? Here, you opt into the expectations. Sure. Here, you opt into the expectations, okay? Those 5 viewers, they're just here for the ride. That's the beauty of the system, alright? You choose to be subjected to this torture. Because in this... What's the way to say it? What's that thing that they say in like movies? In this trial and tribulation, you will be forged anew or something, or like in this struggle, you will become stronger, forged harder than steel, right? Harder than the boner that made you. You know what I mean? Like, does it make sense? Anyways, all I'm saying is, Actually, it is also. I don't think it's getting big. I actually don't trust him. Last time he was listening to fucking sounds uploaded to some site. Okay, no, but okay, but that. Okay, look. How was I supposed to know that Free Sounds had sex sounds? How was I supposed to know that freesound.org had sex sounds? Nobody told me about freesound.org sex sound. Jade coming again. Sex moans. How was I supposed to know? This is a... Do you know what freesound.org is? It's a website for you to go and get free sound effects for things like movies or video games or like other things, okay? Like it's for media. People just upload sounds of them having sex. It's not my fault. Yeah, non-talking chatters, please send help. Don't send help. Let them suffer. This is like those plus 18 plus ASMRs. Yes, exactly. It's exactly like the 18 plus ASMRs on YouTube. But also, it's crazy that it's on YouTube. I think you misspelled Pornhub. Okay. All I'm saying is, you all subject yourself to this. Okay. It's a normal stream. You all subject yourself to this. I appreciate you being here. You don't even have to talk. There's like no need to like talk. But I am surprised that there's 9 people. One of them has to be a bot though. I would argue all 5 of them are like bots. Because honestly, 9 people is a lot of people if you think about it, right? That's like too many people. But again, I don't care if the stream gets big or small. As long as it's just me and I can laugh at my bits, then I'm okay. That's really all there is to it. Normal is stare, ... Okay, well, look, all I'm saying is it's a normal stream, alright? This is a normal stream. This is a normal segment, and people doing normal things. Last week, actually, the person who says that this is a normal stream, they said that they were going to work in a mousepad design. Mind you, they only decided on the mousepad design when I showed on stream a mousepad that had a character from Genshin Impact, and his ass was like the booby mousepad, but it was his ass cheeks. She said, this is a normal stream. She's the one working on the ass cheek mousepad. I'm not the one doing that, okay? I don't even have merch. She's already thinking about how to sexualize her character. And honestly, her character's kind of sexy, so it works out. Well, it's a chest pose. Oh, fuck, you're doing the chest pose. Wait! Resident Evil Leon chest boob mousepad. I think they have that? Holy shit. Oh my god. Holy shit. What's sad is that, yeah, they don't have that. They don't have like his like new look from the new Resident Evil game. Which I feel like is a huge waste. But they do have this. They do have this. They have a Leon Kennedy body pillow. You get the body pillow version of him, right? They actually even have like different versions of him from different games. They have like the one from the before the retcon. They have like a future. It's like the movie version. They have this one. You can do body pillows. See, I'm already giving her ideas. But this is what she's doing with her thing. It's so good. Like, it's actually so good. It's actually so good. It's just his pecs. It's just his pecs. It will be the perfect gift. Thank you. I pre-ordered this mouse pad when I first saw it on TikTok. After about 2 months of owning it, and that's finally let me write a review. I can safely say that this mouse pad is amazing. Not only is it pleasing on the eyes and utterly bewitching and hypnotizing, but the wrist rest part, Leon's titties, is firm and plush. The artwork is honestly so pretty and wonderful and just so pleasing to look at as well. Just so enchanting. It never fails to make me feel happy or make me poke/tap the wrist rest/Leon's titties. Lol. Don't even debate whether or not to get it, because honestly, once you do, you won't regret it. Not only is it really comfortable for your wrist, but it provides a beautiful distraction from any work, and is a great statement piece for your desk or wherever. He's so fine. I use him for wrist support while I'm using my laptop, and God, it's comfy. God, it's comfy. Elise? God, it's so comfy. Oh, God. Editable artist commission sheet. Word. If you're an artist and you have to buy somebody else's commission sheet to make a commission sheet for yourself, doesn't that not make sense? Like, wouldn't you be an artist who can just make yourself your own commission sheet so it doesn't even matter? You know what I mean? Like, this feels like a weird catch-22 of, like, if you can't do art, this isn't going to help you. But if you could do art, then this still isn't going to help you, because why are you spending money for it? Commissions, what are those? Everybody, please, if you want a titty mouse pillow in the shape of your favorite character, ask her. Commission her right now to get your stuff, okay? You saw her draw some crazy nice boobs in her Discord. Holy shit. I didn't hide. Sorry, my Discord for some reason crashed. I don't know why. Please give me a second to be able to see it. Damn, those are really nice actually. Holy shit, those are good. Wait, you even got the, you even did the cell shading on it, and then or like dot shading, and you even got the way that like people's shapes are just different. You got the shit. Damn, that's pretty good. I mean, sorry, my Discord crashed. That was weird. Here's my Discord again. So yeah, clearly, I'm not the crazy one here, okay? Clearly, I'm not the crazy one, and clearly, this is a normal stream. I'm surrounded by psychos, okay? She also wanted to do her base design for Stanley, finish working on the animation layers, and think about what she wants to make. She wants to make more. Holy shit! Can you please make like a life-size plushie or something? What did you do? Finalize the 3D mousepad sketch. Holy shit! Sketch is ready for Creator. Holy shit! You're not get a chance to work on anything Creator related. We'll probably make keychains, stickers, standee. What is a standee? What is a standee? A standee. MrPrinter.ca. Uh-huh. I'm not even kidding you. Like first link Canadian local. First link Canadian local. What's the rock cooking? 8 feet tall. Wow. What the fuck is this? Why would you have that? Bonjour! Happy birthday, Ruby. Judge Judy! Santa, was she... My Little Pony! It's the Mr. Bieber and Tim Hortons collaboration. It's the Justin Bieber and Tim Hortons collaboration. Oh, holy fuck. Oh my god. It's yeah, baby. Why? Okay, who keeps ordering Justin Bieber? Chat, this is a cursed blunt circle, okay? This is a cursed blunt circle. Oh my god. You've Ryan Gosling, Justin Bieber, I don't know who she is, and yeah, baby. Oh my god. We do plumbing too. It's not that. Oh, it's an acrylic desk standee that's like 6 inches tall. Okay, well, you could go 8 feet tall. You know what I mean? There's nothing stopping you from going 8 feet tall, going, yeah, baby. How? What? Oh my god. They have a YouTube channel. AI? What's this AI? What the fuck is going on? Why does it sound so weird?
Hi, welcome back to Mr. Printer, Mr.
Chat, I think this video was tagged as AI because they thought that this was an AI person.
Just to give a quick briefing ahead
This is not AI, this was made before the advent. Okay, so they ripped off. You think he's being held hostage? Contact us today.
At Mr. Signs, we're here for you.
Okay, this is AI.
Our team is available.
This is AI.
Email,
Oh my god,
emails,
chat.
and costly relations.
They're using AI.
Our graphic artists can.
Well, simple. What? They made the signs for Well Simple. Almost forgot. What is this?
Honey, you outdid yourself.
Honey, you out.
Honey, you outdid yourself.
Honey, you outdid yourself. Who's the other hand? Oh my God, you're right. There's a third hand.
You
This is
organized
true.
the perfect wedding.
This is
Yes,
true AI.
I did. But I almost
Why are they using AI for the ads? I actually don't understand. Money and
Just didn't
shipping
get
is
one of the
stopping you and morals
important
now.
things done in time.
What was that?
The seating chart.
What? Who? Why
I
do
kept
they
adding
use AI
last-minute
for
people
this?
to the list that I did. Finished the list until 3 days ago.
But I saw the seating chart. It looks fantastic.
This is so stupid.
Luckily, I heard about Mr. Signs, and I contacted
Why?
them. Can't believe they got it done so fast.
Okay, then thanks to Mr. Sign.
The place
They cut it off at the end.
Okay, then thanks to Mr. Sign.
the place to get your seating chart, or for all the signs you will, is Mr. Signs.
She's always wearing the crown. You have to. It's because of It's because of continuity. The AI has to tell you that it's the same person. AI has to make sure that you know it's the same person. I don't know why they're using AI for this. Like, why couldn't they just have like a normal person talking about the process? Custom big head cutouts. What?
One of the fun things we make every day at Mr. Signs
This is AI.
big head cutouts. Customers get them made of themselves.
Because like, look at this. Very clearly, it was working out a lot more. You know what I mean? 1.5k views. The moment that they went to AI, everything went downhill.
Are you undecided about placing your
Oh man, that's so sad to see. Well, okay, well, don't get Mr. Printer. It's kind of sad, or Mr. Signs, whatever they're like called. But like they had something going. I don't know. They see Project Genesis. It's unhinged. What is Project Genesis? Project Genesis. What is this? In Quebec? Project Genesis is a affordable quality housing. I don't know if that's unhinged. Project Genesis. We believe in affordable quality housing we believe in serving the community. I don't know if that's unhinged. I'm sorry to say it. Oh shit, that's funny. That's funny. Imagine like you're trying to point someone somewhere and like the first link is like, yeah, affordable housing. Shit. Oh shit. That's crazy, bro. U.S. government made some official document about science using LLM. That's as in like doing the research. Okay, that's like downhill. Yeah, that's like super bad. Yeah, because like, I mean, okay, sort of. I guess like from a technical standpoint, like machine learning does have place in like certain specific processes within it, but it's like specific things that you use it for. It's not the whole thing that like you can use it for. You can't just do research based on what the machine figures out. You know what I mean? Like, because like it just doesn't make any sense. Anyways, so you're making a small acrylic standee. I actually really want to see this. I'm actually curious what that standee is like, because I have never seen a standee in my life, and maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing. And a large mouse pad would drill the forearm avatar. So, oh man, please tell me that it's his titties, right? We'll also make that 3D mouse pad with it. Yes, it's his titties. New goals for next week. Okay, well, I'll get to next week soon. Okay, but that's a good goal, and I'm glad to see that you actually got some stuff on that. That's good. Fairbook goal. No. Let's see. Who else was the next? Okay, Monday was a holiday. Yep, join stream, and then and then your parents came by and they said hi to your mom and dad. Yeah, they canceled funding for renewable energy research. Oh wait, I think I did hear about. Yeah. I think I did hear I think I did hear about that. Yeah. Because I remember hearing that they cut funding from that to go towards AI stuff. But I didn't know that it was specifically to use AI to like replace the entire researching process. That's sad. That's like very sad. That is a little. That's like very unhinged. It's not going to go well for anyone, for any of us, for everything. So it's not going to go well for everything. Who is next? Did I even talk about your thing? No, actually, it's good. So right now, let's play some music, this is the result of this chatter doing this. Okay, so everybody, this is the song that the chatter has been playing and learning how to play. This is very important. You have to listen to it because it's a part of their goals. You have to listen to it because it's a part of their goals. Okay. Tune and optimize the reeds on the melodica if I find the necessary instruments or buy the instruments, ideally without borking the melodica. Finish learning a song I started learning like 2 months ago. Okay, this chatter who posted their own songs. They learned the song. They only played the last part at like 10% speed, but they're getting there. And they thought they had the necessary instruments for tuning the melodica, which is what they're playing right now. This is their song that they're playing, that they recorded, and it's playing right now. But when they got to work, they quickly realized that their nail file is not very good for it because of its shape. Decided to try it. Use a nail file to file down the melodica. I didn't know that you could do that, but I guess it makes sense because like a reed is just a piece of wood. And then they gave this like giant paragraph. I'm actually curious. Holy fuck! Holy fuck! What the fuck was your goal? No, the song that you're learning was different. Oh, but you didn't record that song. I see. Because you're too afraid to record the songs that you don't know. So you only record the songs that you know. I will say, you're playing and like the song, it reminds me a lot of a seatbelt song. You know what I mean? Like from the seatbelts. The seatbelts. I don't know. What's like a good wow. I don't know. What's like a good slow song? It's like this one. I don't know. It kind of sounds like. Is it the song? No, I mean kind of, but it's like it has to sound like more like I don't know, very chill. Is it like a chill song? What was the chill song from this OST for Cowboy Bebop? What you're playing reminds me of that. That's too sad. Is it this one? Maybe it's. No, it's like too Christmassy. Is it this one? Is it Clutch? Maybe it's Piano Black, or maybe it's Spooky Doki. I don't know. Or Cry 24. I don't know. The Egg and I. Is it Ham Douche? This is too fucking nuts. Is it the Real Folk Blues? I think this one is not it too. This is the main opening, or like that's what. Is it Ham Douche? No, that's the Moroccan Nocha or something. Is it the Egg and I? No, this was the comedy song. Is it Car 24? This is also the comedy song. Is it Spooky Doki? Yeah, something like this. The way that you played it sounded a lot kind of like this. You know what I mean? Like, I could hear your song within Cowboy Bebop almost. It was, or like the way that you played it, I could hear it within the thing. Anyways, this is their next song that they played. You'll post it when you'll be able to play it at full speed, no mistakes, probably never. Even if it's bad, I still want to hear it. And you know what's crazy? I changed the song. Did you notice any difference? It sounds the same, right? This is the Chatter song now. It's no longer the seatbelts and the OST of Cowboy Bebop. It's now the Chatter song. It sounds the exact same. Yo, yeah, you did kind of reference the sound of the harmonica. I am so curious how you played this, so I'm gonna read your entire paragraph because I want to know exactly how you're supposed to play this and how you do make it do those like weird those like trills or like I don't know how you do the vibrato. I think optimizing the reeds was successful. All the keys in the melodica except one used to have a very slow attack. And after I made the reed gaps properly sized, the attack became much better. Okay, you actually know the terms, so this is good. You are a local expert, or a Stack Exchange expert, or sexpert. And I could play chords / polyphony somewhat reliably. After that, I tried tuning them, but because of the shape of the nail file, it was hard to gauge how much I was filing. So sometimes I thought I had filed a lot for the pitch, and I've changed the scent, and sometimes I had the feeling I filed not that much, and it would go down half a tone. And after that, basically the lower half of the melodica was even more horribly out of tune than it used to be, and the reed's gap got messed up, so you had to redo it. Then I tried putting nail polish. Sorry? I tried the putting nail polish on reeds method. What do you mean the nail polish on reeds? Well, that actually works? I wouldn't feel... You're supposed to do that for reeds? I've never heard of that. To be fair, I don't play many instruments that have reeds. Or if any. I think the only one that I kind of knew how to play was because the fingerings transferred was a saxophone, but like only off my friend's saxophone. But I didn't use their reed, I just used like a new one for like fun. But it used to be, and the reed's gap got messed up too. Wait, so for the two notes I messed up the most, doing this was much easier because I take off the necessary polish, but still hadn't solidified. It only works for the higher note though. Nail polish is too light for the heavy one, so the lower F is still very bad. But G is nice. I can play over Mixolydian scales while holding the bass, and it doesn't sound completely shit now. What the fuck is a Mixolydian scale? That sounds like a fake term. Mixolydian. The Mixolydian scale has the formula 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? B7, 8? What? That is the scale is the same series of tones, semitones as the major scale, but with the minor seventh. Oh. The cool harmonica-like sounds are note bending. You do it by pressing almost completely the key and blowing harder. Oh. This way the pitch bends down and does this cool thing. Oh, so I see. So when you okay, so because you did explain in the other channel where I said that you have twink hands. In the channel, when I said that you have like twink looking hands, and then you explained that it's actually like it's very similar to like a piano, and also when you do the vibrato with your tongue, it's like similar to how you say like whistle. So that's actually really cool. I did not know that you could do that. Yeah, because it does sound like the things that you can do with a harmonica. However, because it has the keys, I don't know about you. I hated playing a harmonica because it's like you have to go like, you know, it's just a system of like covering the holes that I didn't really get. This was way more fun, and it looks like a fun little instrument to like show off at like parties. And did you notice that it went to the next? I'm gonna put this on loop. I can loop the playlist. Mr. Lon scale while holding bass, it doesn't sound completely shit now. You also somehow lost half the screws. You lost, half the screws. 22. So there's 22 screws. You lost 11 screws, despite neatly putting them all in the glove. I'm sorry to say it. That is crazy. You can't. Sorry, everything, like, this is the perfect music for it. Like, everything sounds like a clown show here. You can't. If you don't want to lose something, you don't store it in a glove. You put it in a bowl or something, or you know what I mean? You use a bowl, you use a petri dish. I don't know if you have like a petri dish, but I do. You put it you put it into a cup. You don't just leave it in a glove. It's not gonna work. But you lost 11 screws. You're actually quite confused about how this many screws could have vanished in the house without a trace. You're planning on rummaging inside your trash bin. Maybe you threw them there accidentally. Anyway, you're gonna buy a better shaped file and try tuning them again next time. And then your nieces try playing it, and one of them quite liked it. That's good. It is honestly like a fun-looking instrument. They also do these bends like these on harmonica, but it's harder on it because you have to do some weird tongue acoustic physics with resonance. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was just more so talking about the fact that like I like the idea of pressing buttons to make noises, kind of like a flute, versus like having to like cover up the like holes, because I could never get my fingers to cover up the holes in like a particular way. But you're right. Yeah, to like do the bends, you have to do it like it's like with your tongue, and it's so annoying because you have to like do your tongue too, because let's say you want to do a bend across multiple notes, so you have to go over those notes physically with your tongue too. It's like, if you're ever gonna like, if you want to know if the person who's eating you out is gonna eat you out well, like ask if they play the harmonica and ask if they can do bends and stuff, because I feel like the amount of tongue control you have to like play the harmonica is insane. Because I'm like, how do you know that you're covering only like 50% of a hole to make a certain particular sound from that hole? And then how do you like vibrate one hole without vibrating the hole when your tongue is a single muscle? The most I can do is turn my tongue sideways. But like these harmonica players are playing like they have to eat out like, you know, Cleopatra. Otherwise she'll like throw them inside the like Nile to like die. You know what I mean? Someone coming into the stream not knowing about the convo is about instruments. My 10th viewer, stay. Don't worry, okay? It's gonna get better. 10th viewer, it's gonna get better. Alright? Listen to the music. This is a chatter playing it. It's on loop now. The accordion guy. Okay, sorry. So there's also an accordion side story, which I do remember. You forgot that you shouldn't have come here sober. I mean, even if you're sober, you shouldn't come here at all, right? Like, the reality is nobody should come here. Sorry, so this is still with the same instrument thing. Because they were... So, for context, this chatter's goal... So, again, Yuki's goals were all about making progress in Rise, commissions, and snacks, okay? Her goals, Moro's goals, were all about doing the artwork for her character and designing different little things for them. And sometimes it was gel pens, but I think that's like over now. This chatter's goals was about instruments, alright? Also, this song... Only this song. That's true. The other two are jazz songs. That is true. But still, it all sounds the same to me. Jazz. Isn't that just when you play instruments and you just play random notes, right? Like free jazz. Like if I put this song, and in fact, if I do all 4 songs at the same time, and I play free jazz, I bet it sounds the exact same. Okay, all 4 songs, and we do free jazz, okay? Ornette, Coleman, free jazz. Okay, now we throw on free jazz. And we throw on Piano Black by the Seatbelts too. Oh my god, it's like it's like torture. It's like torture. This is like a cacophony of noise. Somebody just like took out the entire band, and there's only one person playing melodica left. Like the rest of the band just got shot, and there's only one person left. If we're talking jazz, Dracula Flow 5. Oh, Dracula Flow.
We straight gas and cutting.
We have to play this in like 0.5 speed to match. It's like 0.5 speed.
Straight to the bricks. Ha ha. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. We smoking runts. Shorty got a BBL, took that shit out because...
Dracula Flow 5 is 6 is jazz? Wait, is there actually like a real 6? Dracula Flow 6, jazz, by the National Young Arts Week, composed by Source Seeps. I thought you were joking. It's a real jazz song? Oh shit, still playing at half speed, sorry. Dracula Flow 6. So wait, sorry. This is a real song. They just hijacked the Dracula Flow name. Like that's funny. It's actually really good. Holy shit. Oh shit. You also find the version with Dracula 5 Flow as a vocal. Oh fuck, that's good. Wait, was it made specifically for that? Oh fuck, dude! This guy's like 20 years old, and he's playing like this. It's crazy. What the fuck? Thank you for the recommendation. This is good. Let's find this. Oh, here we go. Is it?
The following is an improvised dub of the comment section. Fucked up in the crib, googling.
I need like. Oh, here we go. This one. Here we go.
Fentanyl got me moving like a claymation figure. Real premium French Scatitude. Money longer than KD's feet. Started off shooting dice in the cum slum. Learned how to load the 9mm cannon and changed the trajectory of everything.
This is sorry. I accidentally did the exact same bit as this person. I accidentally did the exact same bit as the person. You have no idea what's going on. I don't know either. Let's just go back to the Shadow song. But it is good. I did the exact same bit all by accident. Where was I? Anyway, so the accordion. So yeah, they want to buy an accordion too. The accordion guy, after saying I could come any day after 17, please play the accordion at some point too. And me pointing out that there's 200 apartments in the building and didn't tell me which one I should be going to. It goes to me for 3 days. And it was like, call beforehand, I guess. In my mind, I was like, this motherfucker, considering your pattern of behavior, I really doubt that you pick up. Okay. While waiting for him to answer, I contacted another accordion guy who lives close to the first guy. I guess if you sell accordions, like you take like the odds of finding somebody else that sells an accordion close to you is probably way higher. You know what I mean? It's like when you want to go to join a dance school, they all have like the same school buildings in like the same area. Because like, you know, if you do ballet, you're probably gonna want to do tango too. You know what I mean? And I decided I'd go to both of them the same day. And if the first one does pick the phone, I was low-key ready to go home with 2 accordions that day. Don't know how I would have carried them both, but I was ready. So we went to the second guy first. Your mom came with you. Sorry, there's a very good... there's a your mom joke there somewhere. Partly because she used to be an accordion player. Oh, and partly because after you made the same joke about how you said that the first guy might rob you. And so she got scared probably. Because considering how he acts, he clearly doesn't want you there. So she was like, you know what? Now that I think about it, you've had so much shit that happened to you in this part of the city that you're like, oh, you know. So she didn't want you to go alone. She's also much better than me at social networking, which is nice. My chatter in Christ. That it's just called talking to like people. Like when you go to like a grocery store, you know, you have the social like you're not socially networking at the grocery store. Okay, you put the food on the belts, and then you know what I mean. It's not networking. Okay, it's not exactly. It's not networking. Chat. This is like you're like you're going to the grocery store. You're going to the grocery store. You're putting stuff on the belt. They ring you up and you leave. There is no networking. This is not networking. People talk is hard. It got caught in the rain and small hail on the way there. Of course, it had to be hail on that particular day that you went outside. For some reason, you only took one umbrella, even though you said we should take two, so it was rough. The second Korean guy wasn't affable, suddenly Yo's grandpa and his wife was also there. They were very welcoming. So he and my mom and dad have a bunch of common acquaintances from various music places. The grandpa was hella cracked with the accordion, gave us a whole ass count with like 6, 7, or 10 songs. Fuck you! Fuck you! At some point he finished, but then the rain/hail started again, so he was like, let's play some more and play until the rain stopped. Spent 2 hours there in total. After that, we went to the first guy. He did not in fact pick up the phone. Shocker, surprise Pikachu face, and I called him many times beforehand. So I only heard, this client is under protection of our law firm. This all you must service is a statement that according to the X law, the client does not have obligations to talk to you in person on the phone about any money he might owe you. You're deceased, so I called it after you in the statement. Is it still didn't tell me about the apartment, so I couldn't ring the intercom either, but he doesn't want to get money from me so that he'll pay out his debts. Well, whatever. I have an accordion now, because we went to him, we had to pay for the bus again, and I got caught in the rain two times, which was annoying. Serendipitously, nice word, the same day we went there. Don't, stop it, no! It's happening! The same day we went there, some person put an old ass board Acardina for sale, and they live almost in the same house as the accordion guy, which is crazy. Algorithm only getting to show it to me now, though, so you could have went there instead. But the thing is, he asked for some crazy money for it, considering its condition, so I'm complaining. Maybe did the accordion guy tested you back and gave you another phone number. Maybe you want to this one, so maybe we'll go to one time and might get the second accordion at all together. This was last week, by the way. I want to know what the hell happened this week afterwards, okay? After all together with the Acardina. Song learned, accordion bought, soothing melodica, unsuccessful. Holy shit. Thank you for your goals. Alright? Thank you for last week's updates, everybody. Now we're going on to this week. Okay? Wait, not this week yet. I can't do this week yet. It's going to them tomorrow. Okay. So we're done. The cuck chair. It's there. Did I ever post the cuck command center? Ever show you guys the command center? Insane poll. Cuck command center in the hotel. I keep pulling it up. You're going to them tomorrow. I'm so excited. Okay, sorry. There's also one more goal. It's for Mint. I'm actually very excited to see how this plays out. Every single week, all of your goals have like slowly gotten more and more complex, and like it's like every single one. This is also why I enjoy doing this. I get to see the storyline of your lives, and I feel like there's a thing here. Okay, the mundanity of people's lives is only mundane because we're so used to it. But if you truly break down and dissect each of our lives and the way that it's going, it's fantastic. You never really know where it's gonna go. This chat is dealing with accordions and melodicas, and they're trying to like buy things to play music. Another chatter is trying to make booby mouse pads of the characters like chest pecs, while also making their own like custom character. Another chatter is trying to make a comic while also trying to beat God within a game about hunting monsters. It's amazing. Your art arc of going into not safe for work art. It has see that's the thing, right? You started with the gel pens, and now you're drawing not safe for work art. You're drawing literal porn. How come stop playing? Loop. That's why I like this. We get to see these arcs happen live. And we just don't know what to expect. Because every single week is a new adventure, and you choose it's a choose your own adventure segment that we're doing here. Mint wanted to finish their stream alerts from last time. Sorry, it's a little bit. I have to figure out how to read this. Oops, all dudes. Oops, all dudes. And they wanted to finish it, but they couldn't finish it. Oops, all dudes. I just find that funny. Holy shit. I mean, think about it though, right? There is so much Gunnar art. Like, look at this. Fuck your music. Fuck your music. There is so... Where's that link that I posted? Hold. Hold, please. Hold. Hold. This bit's getting old. This bit's getting old. Hold. Hold. The fuck? Did I never post it? Oh, here we go. This? There is so much Gooner art of like cute anime waifus. Okay? Right? So you can go on a date with your waifu and like and then you work in like a co-working space with all of your waifus. You have like one waifu. She's like working on a financial report. Another waifu's doing homework for some reason. That's kind of weird. Another waifu is just on the phone talking to some other businessy, like a VC investor, to like get you money. You have like a waifu outside skipping work, drinking like apple juice. You have another waifu who's at home just reading a book on the floor for some reason, even though she has a perfectly usable table right there. And then another like waifu like squeezing your bottle. It feels kind of pedo coded. I mean, that's like most anime though. I will say though, as far as like I can tell, these characters are all adults, so it's not like the lolly stuff, which is like, I do find that stuff weird. And I do know, like, you know, Sweet Destination, she's like 29 years old, and she actually does like look like this. Like she does look like a very small person. So it's like, I don't know how to say this, but like having known, and she's not the only one. I have so many friends who just look like this, where it's like, it's hard to explain, but there are real people who do look like kids, and they're fully grown adults, and it's just kind of weird. Yeah, some people just age very well. However, I get the sentiment because a lot of anime is very much like weird about this stuff. Like, holy shit. If you've never seen an anime or read an anime called Usagi Drop, don't read or watch it because it's crazy. And that one is not by a gooner dude. That one's by like a woman who is also like a gooner. So it's like, it's just something about anime that like has a certain appeal to certain things I don't really enjoy. But in terms of the slice of life vibes, it's a pretty cool vibe actually. I actually like the vibe. But yeah, this is just like everyone's like 30, or like 40 or like 50. But they're all just like, also they're actually people. Apparently they're all robots or something. I'm not really sure. I don't know. Like the story was like kind of weird. I was trying to figure it out. Oh, Usagi Drop classic. Okay, I'm not the only one who like knows how fucked up it is. Yeah. Okay, good. Don't really watch it, but here's the name of it. I have to listen. It's like, okay, it's like I have to warn you, right? And I have to tell you what it is to like warn you. And it's painful, but it's important for you to like know. We need some more music. Sorry. But yeah. Why was I doing this? Oh yeah, it's good that you're going on this arc of doing not safe for work, right? Because like, sure, it's all dudes, right? Sorry, but there's anime waifus everywhere, but there are no husbandos. There's like very little husbando stuff. Maybe if there's like I don't know if like my new boss's Goofy has any like standees or anything, right? Maybe my new boss's Goofy has like stuff for like husbandos, but most of the time it's literally just waifus. So you're fighting the good fight, okay? And this is the thing. Everybody has this arc. Everybody's fighting the good fight. Everybody is fighting to make the world a better place here, and I love that. My new boss's Goofy is so wholesome. You love the show. I only just started, and I actually really like it too. But I have to finish it. But I really do like the show too. But I have to finish it. Okay. I love seeing all of your story arcs play out. There's just something hilarious about the fact that like all of you are going down these like crazy things. Yeah, Mint. You too. Mint has actually been trying to solve something for like a while now, and they even DM'd me about it, which is like, I got you. Again, you are technically free to DM me if you need like advice on something. Just like, please don't DM me for anything else. Please don't be weird, okay? Please, if you DM me, please don't send me things, okay? What happened to making the font? Don't remind them. Okay? I knew they gave up on the font the moment that they stopped talking about it. Alright? What the fuck? I knew the moment that they gave up that we will never see this font. Because that font, like when they said that they had hundreds of characters to fill out, I knew it was gonna be impossible for them to like do it. Not like impossible, but like it's just too much work. Like I'm like it doesn't seem fun. It just doesn't seem fun. Okay, it's not even that they can't do it. They can clearly do it skill wise. But I'm like I would rather eat sand than have to make a font. It just seems so awful. Just takes a really long time, and you don't know if you'll make any money from it. Yeah, exactly. Like it's kind of hard. Anyways, Mr. Donut here. They didn't finish updating the stream alerts. They tried to rewrite it 3 times now. But webhooks, WebSockets, creating overlay magic system, learning new things is hard. You really feel like pulling out and giving up on the alerts. I don't know. I feel like, and you feel like you can't work the project that has more than 10 files. Having something interconnect between 5 files is a nightmare. And the next goal for next week is think about life. Holy shit! Listen. This is the arc of everybody who tries to learn something, okay? 1, yes, it is a nightmare. Anything, I would argue, you know the classic coding advice of like split everything into its own function and put it into its own different files? Yeah, that's usually dog shit. You only do it when it actually can stand alone and you can like put it into its own thing and you can connect to it very simply within the other pieces of code. Like if it has a clear defined simple interface, then you would do that to hide the complexity. Because otherwise, it'd be impossible for you to like deal with the fact that it's split everywhere and there's too much stuff, right? Whereas, you know, putting it all in one file, I know it seems crazy, but if it's all interconnected, it makes it a lot easier to find what you need. Although I think IDEs nowadays can like make it easier, but having to remember what you named everything is very complicated. So sometimes it's nice to have it all in one file. Though again, if you have a good IDE, go to definition should help. But even then, if you can structure it as like, okay, this is how you read it top to bottom, and this is how it flows, I find that to be a very viable thing, especially for things that are in the process of being made into something because you don't really know the lines yet. So yeah, this is a pain point. This is also a pain point. It's just a reality that like these systems are so complex, it's super hard to work with. And without the experience of having known how to do it beforehand, it takes you so long to do it that I don't even blame you, right? Because there's a lot you have to take care of when you're dealing with webhooks and WebSockets and stuff. And even the idea of like an overlay management system, like that's a lot, right? It's why it's like if you can somehow scope it down, it'd be best. But even scoping it down, each of these is worth like a mini course in itself to learn, if that makes sense. And polling out, honestly, like the pull-out game, it's pretty strong. Like it kind of works sometimes. But yeah, it is hard. It's frustrating. Okay, I know it's difficult. And you know what? Maybe it is worth it to say like, okay, it's not really worth it for you to like do, and maybe it's worth it for you to think about doing it. Maybe even in a different way. Maybe it's worth it for you to think about it as a, is it even worth it to do it like this, or should I do it some other way, right? Or is it, or maybe it's just worth it to like, you know, continue on this road, because maybe it's worth it for what you want to do. I'm not really sure either. But this is the nice part about this, right? Because your next goal, thinking about life, that's important. Think about this. I'm actually very glad that like this is a goal, because honestly, sometimes we don't know what to do until we think about it. Surely the 4th rewrite will save you. Okay, after this, I'm going to show you something. In terms of code, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to tell you how many times that I rewrote it. And I'm somebody who has experience in doing this stuff. Rewriting things is not as bad as it seems. I actually think that rewrites, if done with a specific purpose, can serve a very, very good purpose? That's a stupid sentence. I think a rewrite done with very specific goals in mind with this rewrite can act as a great catalyst to change. A positive change for a project, because sometimes it's just easier to sort of take apart something and go back over it from first principles and even have the chance to rethink even the design of the thing. Because, you know, some decisions, being stuck with them is so painful that changing it would result in too much change anyways. Whereas if you get to, it's like, you know, if you get to look at the whole forest, you can realize that, wait a minute, this forest is in the middle of nowhere. It's not serving any purpose. Let's cut these trees down and let's grow a forest somewhere else. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? If you're a paper company, then you'd understand me. If you're a paper company, then you would get what I'm saying if you're a paper company, okay? If you're a paper mill. But yeah, this is painful. I wish you the best of luck. Being the crazy, somehow your ex and her future ex was staying at your place for a day or two. You're not sure how it happened. Good luck. Please don't be weird to them. I'm sure you won't, because you're actually like a very good person. But that does sound painful, and hopefully you're okay. You maybe you're not built for it. Navigating 5 files to change one feature in it. Well, so it could be two things. I mean, I'll give you know what? I don't think we'll get to Teamfight Manager 2 today. Have this. Okay, chat. Okay, change the schedule. Teamfight Manager 2 tomorrow. Okay, sorry everyone. It's probably good though, because tomorrow is like a Saturday, and I think it's gonna be a group thing anyways. Okay, we're gonna do code today. we're accountability circle plus coding. Okay, we're gonna do coding today, plus Final Fantasy 14. Okay, and then tomorrow is Teamfight Manager 2 in the morning, and to House Flipper 2 with multiplayer stuff. So tomorrow is the full multiplayer game day. Okay, like animations in the main game thread, which were with us from Quake times. They only recently redesigned that. That's true. Actually, I have been thinking about that too. Although to be fair, it's also kind of complicated because I kind of get it. Of like, okay, I'll talk about that after. Can I go pee? Beep. I did not poop. I pooped before stream. That's why we started late today. But I pooped before stream. Also, does everybody get these like small brown bugs in your sink? Does anybody ever get these? They're not. It's not a beetle or like a bug or something. It's springtails. What else is springtail? Maybe it is a springtail. No, you don't get these brown bugs. Okay, what the fuck is this then? Brown bug sink. Does nobody get these bugs near the sinks? Like a bug sink? It's like it looks like a tiny little ant. I don't know. No. But it's not an ant. Like it's weird. It's just small. Like a small, teeny tiny little baby bug. Could be book lice. Oh fuck, do you think they're eating my books? Lice? A louse? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't lice. Dust mites. Dust mites? House dust mites. I don't think you can see these, right? Books. Yum. Silverfish? No, this one wasn't a silverfish. I actually like silverfish, but I also hate them too. Like, but maybe it is a dust mite. Or maybe it could be a baby silverfish. Could it be like a juvenile, like a baby? What's a baby silverfish? Silverfish do eat books? Fuck. Fuck, I gotta get rid of them. Fuck. Okay, well, I don't really know that. I don't know what this is. But it's definitely not a cockroach or anything. It's not like a weird bug. It's not like a bad bug. It's not a beetle. No, it wasn't like a beetle. It was like the body was shaped kind of like a small little ant. Thrips. That sounds like a D&D monster. Sorry. Thrips. No, definitely not this. This is way too large still. It's even smaller. It's like so small, it looks like a tiny little dot that's like walking around. And it's like a very light brown color. See-through almost. And when I squish it, it just makes a pop like, and it just dies. Yeah, squish it. Anyways, I get them like once every couple of weeks, and I'm like, what is this? I'm like, well, how did you get here? Time to die, and I kill it. I'm like, fuck off. Drain flies? No, not a drain fly. I think these things are too big. Plus, I've had drain flies. Yeah, drain flies would be too big. Nor is it the drain fly larva. It's not the larva either. But I've had drain flies before. I actually, okay, sorry, funny story about drain flies. I used to go to my sister used to live close to us. I used to go to her place, and I used to like squish these drain flies constantly by like, cause like they would just keep coming out everywhere, and I would like squish them like every single day because they were everywhere. Termites, let's see, termite size. Can I see like a termite size compared to ants? Can you see termite size versus ants? No, it's not a termite. it's still way too big. This was like really small. This was like a really small bug. It's smaller than termites. So if you it's not a termite larva either. I don't think they can work or like walk around. This is like definitely small. Bed bug? No, definitely not a bed bug. No. This is like really like think really small. Think really small. Like tiny. Sorry, please give me a second. Check the photo on Discord. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared. No, it's not the weevils either. It's not the weevils nor the grain bugs. Not these ones either. Probably book lice. Maybe book lice. No, it's even smaller than these. Wait. Is it a book lice? Book lice are really small. I think it was a book lice. Yeah, because I'm looking at a photo of it. I think it is. I think it is a book lice, and it would make sense because that sink washroom has like water. So and then apparently they eat fungus. Okay, you know what? Thank you. You solved it. It's a book lice. Thank you. Okay, you know what? Maybe it was worth it to get all of you to like think about it. Maybe crowdsourcing does work. Maybe things like Patreon do work. Maybe things like subbing to your favorite streamer does work. Maybe as a crowd, giving them money actually does make it a lot better. Sausages? Yeah, it's a sausage. Apparently it's known as a sausage, which is kind of a funny name. But yeah, it's a sausage. Found this crawling on my arm after waking up. Why did they take a photo of this on their hand? It sounds nasty. But yeah, it's definitely a book lice. Now that I look at it, it looks the exact same. It looks the exact same as the bug that I squished. Okay, so it's fine. They eat books, but they also just like eat fungus. So I don't really care. Hey, look, if they can eat all the mushrooms in my house, I'm okay. If they can help me get rid of all of the mold, I'm happy. Okay, I am happy. Maybe crowdsourcing does work. Maybe Patreons do work. Maybe subbing to your favorite streamer does work. Maybe like putting money towards efforts as a group does result in greater change. Anyways, now that I'm back, I'm gonna talk about this. Okay, today is gonna be a coding-ish type of stream where I talk about stuff. Okay, with like coding. Don't feel bad about this. Okay, I will show you a project that went through like 4 different rewrites on my own. Because one, I think, especially that like phrase of like you feel like you're not made for this. I feel like that's like heavily. That's like being too hard on yourself almost, right? And I do want to sort of like dissuade you from being too hard on yourself because I think especially when you compare yourself to the best of the best, aka me, and you think to yourself like, how come I can't do what he does? He's so good and so handsome and he's so muscular and he's so strong and he's so nice. Like that's just a hard, that's just a hard thing to like match, right? So like don't compare yourself to me. Compare yourself to the worst of me. And also like the reality of everyone. It's not even like the worst of me. It's just the reality of large projects like this, especially when you combine learning with doing other things. It's just very painful, okay? So specifically for your goal, like I just want you to know that no, you squashed them. Oh my god. You squashed them. Look at this. Holy shit. There's like an entire thing being played out here. Holy shit. Squashed. Connecting to chat. Here we go. Look at this. Like instantly died. How come I can't see any emotes on this thing? How do I see? How come I can't see emotes on this? I have the extension. Please give me a second. Please give me a second. Sorry. Always allow. Yeah. Manage extension. No, I would like to see the extension, please. 7TV. Can I see 7TV emotes add-ons? It's enabled. How come this is 7TV emotes are enabled, but it doesn't show up in my chat? Why? Okay, well look. Matar 10. Why is it 10? Wait, does the thing have an ass cheek? Chat, I think it has an ass cheek. Do you see it? For a second, it has ass cheeks. How do I download this? Save as ass cheeks. Let me open this in the GIMP. There's 2 7TVs you had to reinstall. I installed Frankerface Z because I was too lazy to do 7TV. What's weird is that watching people's streams, it works. Watching people's streams, it works. But seeing it on my own chat pop out doesn't work, which is weird. Speaking of, sorry, this is also like a tangent. While I was gone, I was busy watching people. I finally understand streams now. I actually really enjoy watching streams. I was watching a streamer called Over Easy Eggs. One of the craziest segments that I've ever seen in this game, in Vintage Story of all games, where they're currently fighting for the lives. Hello, chat. Hey, welcome back. One of us. He's like one of us. See the asterisks? Frame 3 after 90 milliseconds. Okay. Frame 1. Miss. Frame 2, miss, but only barely. Frame 3, 180 milliseconds after, hit. Holy shit. Please give me a second. Yeah. Welcome, everyone. We actually just talked about Legos. Sometimes it's okay to let go or stop doing something. Yes, so doing something that you don't want for too long is the road to the broken cycle. Yes. And also the addition to that too is don't be too hard on yourself, especially if you feel like you like quote unquote can't do it, because you may just be like overstating just how bad it is, or like how difficult and like how poorly you're doing it too. Like here, take this project here. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do the search here. It's gonna show up like a whole bunch of stuff in this like streaming folder. There's like a shit ton of things in the streaming folder actually. The stream folder. There's a couple of segments that I'm like slowly. Oh shit! I got a good roll. Also, Yuki, we saw your art. I saw your art. I found your NTR comic. Nice ass. What art? Your NTR comic. I found it. I didn't show it on the stream, but I was talking about it because of your like goal, and I was like, oh, they have new art. I should go check it. They found the NTR. There is no NTR art. What do you mean there's no NTR art? Can't lie to me. I know what you're doing. Sure, buddy. Sure. Okay. Look, this is a dog shit project of mine. I was actually gonna use this. I can actually fire it up now. What's this? Even built. It's waiting for the LSP. But yeah, there's this other side of it where it's like, on the one hand, if you don't want to do it anymore, you don't have to. And I absolutely agree that like if you feel like it's just not worth it for you to like do, then don't do it. On the other hand, I don't want you to feel like you're a terrible person because you don't understand it. Code is just confusing. You know what I mean? Like genuinely, code is a genuinely confusing construct to like read over. If you look at what code is and you try to figure out what the fuck is like code doing, even just looking at these import statements tells you absolutely nothing about what is going on. And then you have to get into the fact that like the way that you structure and write your code, because we read books top down, but code exists in a non-top down format. It's very difficult to understand what is even going on when you go through code like this. Like if you ask me what any of this does, I can point to specific ways that it's used, but I can't tell you why I structured it like this. And again, this is like very quickly written within like 2 or 3 days. Colors, sorry. Yeah, exactly. But it is like all you see are just colors, right? So like, again, to say that you're not made for it, I think is like a mindset that like will hold you back. I think it's important to recognize that like just because you don't get it doesn't mean that you're not made for it. It's just the reality of the thing that is happening is that it's just confusing. Even to somebody who's been doing it for a long time, it's so confusing. This is a project entirely of my own making, okay? Just to do this. Just to do this. Wait, sorry, I have to connect to Twitch, sorry. Okay, all of you start chatting. Just like type something inside chat. That's the only way that this thing works. I probably should have programmed this differently. I probably should have programmed it differently. I wonder if I can find it. I don't know. Let's do this. Just keep chatting. Don't worry about Johnny Yellow. That's like a fake. Nightbot. Why is Nightbot here? What the fuck? I probably should have filtered out bots too. I need to change all your profile pictures. Wait. I actually have your profile pictures. This was so I did this quickly for the whatchamacallit stream for the Teamfight Manager 2 thing. Yeah, just like keep on typing. Just like keep on typing. You can see your messages fly here. What was your profile picture again? You wanted this. Nightbot can actually become the alien. Bossabot can become alien sex. Moro can be this. You can be this. Gamer. Sorry, emotes don't work. I didn't bother adding any support. But yeah, like this. So the code that you're seeing is specifically to do this, right? And like the reality is that even something like this, which is kind of similar to what you're doing, is a very complex thing to do because you have to care about like what's happening and stuff, and like how it's going, and like like the ways that like you like get data from, say, Twitch, right? And I'm using this this is just a thing that I tried out with this thing. This thing took me 2 days, but I've done this before, but it's my first time using this engine. It's called Bevy. I just wanted to try it out just to see how it worked. For context, it's like this game engine for Rust that's like specifically all ECS. It's actually pretty good, okay? But like, even my code, I struggle to follow it because text is a poor format for expressing certain ideas. It's genuinely awful for expressing certain ideas. When you're dealing with a complex topic like WebSockets and webhooks, and then you have to deal with the fact that you're also building UI at the same time, it's a very complex thing to do because everything operates in its own way, right? You have to send these web requests. You have to care about when these WebSockets give you information, but that could happen at any moment. So you have to have your code work in such a way that at any moment you can respond to it and then like show something on screen or like react to whatever's happening, right? That's hard to do. That's hard to even think about structurally in your mind. And honestly, like a visual, like a diagram of it would make so much more sense. Like when you think about what's that graph called? It's the one where you have the lines, and each line denotes like a certain stage in a process, and then you can see it's like the network graph. It's like where the and like how does a request move through the entire thing? But I forget exactly what it's called now. But it's like a thing where it's like you can see the request go through. Yeah, sorry. There's no 7TV support because that's a whole different problem. I don't even want to even think about having to like load like 600 sprites. Hi, horse. There's also no. I don't think there's any emote support too. I don't think the thing that I'm using actually parses out a Unicode font. You wish there was some kind of app that shows the flow of some feature and what files it would affect. Exactly. Yeah. Because honestly, like, how do you know what any of this relates to, right? At best, your code editor might show you, okay, well, let's go to something like this, one of these stupid systems. ECS, just imagine that like these are systems that like do things, okay? This is my pending messages. I have like a message queue that's like going on. At best, it tells you with your IDE and like LSPs and everything that you have, the best that you can do is see where it's being used. But there's no actual like cohesive view over your entire code base. So it's basically impossible for you to know things. I should probably cut this into a separate VOD, but that's fine. And so when you think about the complexity of code and you think to yourself, I can't do this, I'm not made for it. It's not that you're not made for it. It's that nobody's really made for it and you're being too harsh on yourself, because the reality is that code is just a complicated piece because it doesn't really map well to what exactly it's actually doing, right? This is just files, and then source code is just our best way to represent this type of thinking and this type of like logic building, but it's not the best way that it could be, because theoretically like a visual code builder with actual, like if you think of like blueprints or something from like Unreal Engine, in a way that actually works out a lot better for like the mental model that has to go into coding stuff, right? Like you can just mix and match things and you sort of know how things flow visually, and you know from there sort of like visually what the tree is. Whereas in text, it's like, what does this refer to? What is this? What is all of this, right? It's just hard. And this, if you look at this as like a code, this is one file, okay? I made this in 2 days, so it's really shit. But even then, one file is like super painful, because if you go top to bottom, it's all over the place. Because I built this over time. I'm showing you like one of the not so good things. I mean, I've shown you bad code before, okay? But I'm showing you bad code again to really emphasize that even if people know what people are doing, it still can be very awful when you get into like the weeds, if that makes sense, right? Because the reality of it is that when you're trying to do something, you're juggling all these different things. And so like when you compare yourself to this like beautiful like code base that's like written by somebody else that they've spent like years on, it's a very unfair comparison, because the way that code evolves and grows over time, it can look very different. Is this one file? This is one file. It's like 2,000 lines long. Okay, for context, when I made this system to like do this, because I was like, oh, this is cool. I kind of so the game prototype, I made it within Bevy, and then I was like, oh, you know what? It actually kind of works out very well. I kind of like this engine, but the game prototype doesn't really have any like crazy UI stuff. Nor does it have anything, or at least at the moment. Now that I know exactly how to work with it, I'm gonna add more. But it was just a thing to see like how this engine works, and then I was like, okay, let me build this then for the stream segment that I'm gonna do, and just see how it works. I rewrote this thing like several times to really get an understanding of like how the engine expects you to do things, and sort of like what's the best practices. Like even stuff like this I wouldn't really do because I learned that this spawns like a shit ton of threads, but I digress. And it's interesting to sort of see like, okay, well, the messiness of code is just because like the code itself doesn't really source code isn't really a good way to represent this stuff. It's just the best thing that we have, okay? So like when you see your code and you think to yourself it sucks, don't think to yourself that it sucks because of you. It really just sucks because of the system. Like this actually is a Twitch flow. There's a Twitch authentication flow. I need to remember how I did it though. What was it again? It was something like, what was it? Just search Twitch. Somewhere here. Ah, here we go. Okay, well, something like this. Wait, no, it's also like Twitch. How do I connect to Twitch again? Button connect to Twitch. What do I use this again? Ah, here we go. So it's like, when you think about even like say the webhook and the WebSocket flow, right? Specifically for your thing, it's like very complicated because let's say you have like your main code for your UI stuff, right? And you want to do like cool things like this UI that you see on the screen. You have like your like icons on screen just showing up, and like whoever types like says things. Like if you say hello, I'm pretty sure that the bot would go crazy. Like both bots will like fight. I can see the bots be like, shut up, Clanker. Okay. Your UI is gonna live somewhere where it's like the main sort of like main, where it's like the main, like the way that you're gonna do your UI, you have to care about you have to care about some level of reactivity to like data coming in and having something being an output from it when it happens, right? But then the Twitch stuff, you have to set up like a WebSocket and a webhook, which requires like a local client running at the same time, which requires a bunch of like things to open that connection, which has to run usually asynchronously, or at least in some way. It has to run in some way that it doesn't block the rest of your application, because your UI is running at the same time, your input is running at the same time. Nothing can block each other. So it's like even the concept of doing something like that is very complicated, because you have to go and like in this case, I had to make like a separate async thread specifically for these async tasks to handle this like WebSocket connection. And you have to do this for like everything, right? And so like each and every single thing that you add just gets more and more annoying, because every single one gets more and more complex. And all I ended up with was just a bunch of your icons on screen with like 0 emote support of you typing things, just like floating for this one segment, right? So it's like, I want you to really rethink that idea of like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not made for this, because even me having done this multiple times, I still even in many ways struggled with trying to figure out how exactly this is supposed to work, and in what ways should I structure this stuff. And I still ended up with just a single file because I wasn't sure ahead of time how I wanted to structure it. So it's like, you know, I would argue don't downplay yourself too much, okay? And also, the reality of it is that you're also starting from like a different standpoint. This only took me 2 days because I already knew how to work with Twitch's API, right? I already know that like as like a way to work around their OAuth idiosyncrasies, you could just run your own local host server instead of hosting your own thing and just go for the implicit grant flow, right? That's a decision that I make based on what I intend to use this for, but that's a thing that you only really know once you work with it. So it's like you have to learn all these different technologies at the same time as you're building it. It's just very complicated to like get to the point where you understand even the things that you write, because you have to. A lot of the time when you're doing things, you're following the requirements set before you, and you don't really have a context of what the requirements are actually for. And so even though you're meeting the requirements, you're mostly just checking off a checklist without really understanding why, because it doesn't really tell you why. And so you end up in this situation where it feels like you don't even understand your own code. And I get that. but I want you to know that that's a very normal part of the process. So again, if you don't want to do it anymore because it's annoying, I don't blame you. Okay, this is as simple as it gets, and obviously I'm using a game engine for this in Rust, which is it's like Bevy and it's experimental. So obviously it's a bit much. Okay, and it's like 2,000 lines. That's a lot. You can probably get easier by working with something else, okay? If you don't want to do this, that's totally fine. But if you feel like you can't do it, and so you're thinking of giving up because you feel like you just can't, as if it's not your thing, never feel like that. I think you absolutely can. It's just complicated. And, it's hard. It's hard. And I don't want you to just give up because because you feel like you can't do it. I want you to know that you can do it. And if you do give up, though, it is okay. Because honestly, some things are just dog shit to do, okay? You see this? It took me I'm not kidding you. This also took me 2 days to figure out. It took me 2 days to figure out how to replace this shit. Because I was the library that I was using was dog shit for this. And even the navigation sucks. Alright? So I don't blame you. Some things are just complicated. Also, sorry, you were saying things too. You're a horse. You're a horse. Hey, what happened to the stream UI? Oh, I killed it. Oops, sorry. You wish there was some kind of app that shows the flow. You also have the code that you write, you just copy paste and don't really understand it, like WebSockets. Okay, you might be checking, but you think you saw something like that somewhere. There's a couple of attempts at that documentation app where it's that documentation app is very complicated. There's a couple of attempts, but none of them have been really good, and they all require you to do the same thing, where it's you have to populate it yourself. There's a couple that can generate code flows for you, but you have to run it once to be able to see it. I guess a debugger sounds kind of similar, not exactly, but kind of, yeah, but also not really. And also, again, the problem is that you have to the problem with the approach of the thing that you're thinking about with the debugger is that you have to run it once to be able to you have to be in a good spot for it to make sense. It has to be usable for it to generate anything usable for you. Otherwise, it just won't generate anything. So it doesn't really help you while you're in the middle of developing things. I haven't found one that's can work in the same way that an LSP does, where it's incomplete information. Kind of for DB, yeah. So there are execution plans for databases, yeah. But even for those, it's if you still have to have your database in some working state for it to work. And so it's I've never found them useful for when I'm developing something. I've only ever found those useful for when I'm optimizing something. So it's it still doesn't really fit the use case of what I think this chatter is talking about. Anyways, it also doesn't help that you're also using serverless with their own abstractions. Just that you already spent 2 weeks on it, you don't know how much more you want to spend. Instead, you could continue other projects. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's a totally valid thing to do, where it's maybe you don't want to do it anymore. And maybe you would rather do something else. And I think that's actually a really good decision to make, because honestly, because as you say, the hard part is that you're copy pasting code. You don't really understand things like WebSockets. You're not really you're a developer, but you're also a designer primarily too. And so it's it's hard to be able to it's hard to be able to do this stuff when the level of what you know is also different. Where it's the topic of WebSockets and webhooks and why we have to do certain things in different ways, and why even the asynchronous thing is a thing you have to consider at all, is things that require you to know a baseline of some information. So it's you have to it's painful because you have to learn from this baseline all the way up, and that could take way longer than 2 weeks. That could take in my mind, if I'm looking at a junior developer, even an intermediate, and it's their first time, I would honestly think maybe 3 to 4 weeks until they get it down pat and they can sort of actually visualize and understand what they're doing. Versus you just going at it for 2 weeks, it's having to do it while also learning it can be very frustrating, because it's I don't think that's enough time for somebody to really get ramped up on it. And with a junior and an intermediate, they have this baseline knowledge that they can use to learn it more, and so it's hard if you don't have that. Not to say you don't need that, but it is nice to have it because you can lean on it to make certain topics and certain concepts easier to understand. Sometimes maybe take a break and then come back. Yeah, with the clear mind, leave it and come back later. Working on one thing for prolonged periods is draining. Yes, exactly. Sometimes you don't even notice when your brain gets fried. Yes, after sticking to one thing that takes ages. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because especially when you're so deep into the weeds. Yeah, that's a great way to put it, actually. That you don't even notice that your brain needs a break. You don't even notice that you're so tired and like frazzled. I've had that problem with so many projects where I'll come back to a project after like maybe a few months, and it's like, and then I look at the code and like, why did I do this? And I scrap the entire thing and I rewrite it so much easier. It's because at the moment you just don't notice, right? Because you're juggling learning while at the same time doing, and because you're learning while doing at the same time, it like your brain doesn't really have time to process everything that you're learning at the same time. So it's difficult for you to actually form these concepts in your mind and like form an understanding of it. So yeah, if you take time away from it, it could help a lot too. But I just want to dissuade that like notion of like you're not made for it. I think you absolutely could do it. Okay, don't like feel like you can't do it. These are just complex topics that I think honestly like most people, I feel like a lot of people would just have trouble understanding them, even for like upwards of like a month or even longer, because a lot of this stuff, even like the model of how you work with it, it just doesn't fit the way that our brains think. In the real world, we don't think like this, so it's kind of hard to like wrap your head around. What are you looking at? This. Don't you love this? Wait, you can be on the stream now. Everybody, please keep on typing. Your eye did start to twitch for multiple days. You wonder if it's because of the project. Probably, yeah, probably. Probably, yeah. Sorry, wait, we're sorry. I have to restart it. Sorry, please wait, please. Please wait. I want all of you to just be here. I'll just sit on this project. Okay, just like wait. I gotta go like full screen. Okay. Okay, now keep on typing. Don't worry about Johnny Yellow. He's my test subject. Everybody keep on typing. I'll give you different profile pictures. DNS. Oh, I didn't do the Twitch integration. Sorry, wait. Keep on typing. Go. Keep on typing. Here is Johnny. Willie. Wheelie. Also, this really should be behind the main menu. I have to fix that. Keep on typing. Keep on typing. Keep on typing. Just keep on typing. Everybody just keep on typing. Peen. Also, Yuki, your profile picture, because it's like stretched, it ends up looking way funnier than I expected. I didn't think you would get so squished, but I maybe should have specified to like have your profile picture in like a square format, so I kind of get squished. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Okay, Nightbot, Fossabot. Keep on typing, folks. Keep on typing. Okay, sorry. We just got on like this like side topic, and I figured I should use this to show you that like even if somebody knows what they're doing, they still don't really know what they're doing. So it's like, don't feel too bad about it. Some of these topics are just complicated. Janssen. Okay, all of you can go here. As all of you go, you don't know what to type. Well, just keep typing. But like everybody has to type once so your face can show up. Everybody has to type at least once so your face can show up. I'll just organize you. Some of your messages will probably take over someone else's stuff, okay? But I can't close this now because I ran it within this. Your face. Oh shit. Oh yeah, your face. Sorry. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, take some time off. Maybe it's worth it to go switch to a different project and like let your knowledge sit. You know what I mean? Because again, because you're learning it all at the same time, and like as you say, you even recognize that like when you're copy pasting this code, you don't really understand it. It makes it so complicated. Maybe you may even come to the realization that, like doing it custom yourself doesn't really make much sense. And maybe you might end up going like, well, okay, everyone who gets an alert from me has to use something like Streamer Alerts, or has to use like Streamlabs or something, right? Maybe that's just a requirement that you put in them, or like maybe you even use Twitch's built-ins, right? Maybe you use like Twitch's, but like either way, you know, like don't feel like you can't do it. You absolutely can, and some time away will do you good. But I want to dissuade you from the notion that it has to be perfect and that you're not getting it, because like you won't get it. Like when I first learned this stuff, it took me a long time to wrap my head around it, because the mental model of working with this stuff is honestly very strange. The amount of ways that it has to go, and you have to like go back and forth, it's very confusing. Twitch official one doesn't allow custom. Wait, what? Really? Oh shit. Twitch alerts custom JS. I didn't know that they didn't allow custom JS. Oh, it's only CSS and HTML. Oh. When you look at Moral's face, long. Yeah, it's only only CSS and HTML. Enabling custom mode with only CSS and HTML, but no JS. Oh, and then you have to like I see. They just give you all the information. You have to figure out how to use it. And then they give you things like there's more details about the event alert variables. But you don't have things like, I guess, donations and stuff. Well, they have charity. Is a donation charity if you give it to a multi-millionaire streamer? I don't actually know. I'm going to assume no, but it's just my assumption at this point, right? I imagine it's probably not accurate to say that that's like a donation. Let's see. What are events, followers? I guess you can't really use either. But look, either way, right? Taking some time off, figure it out. Don't feel like you can't do it. Even people who know it, even the people who know it, we just sort of show our best to the world, but the reality of it is that, you know, when we're in the midst of doing it, you don't really see those early iterations, right? Like, this thing that I made is like, you know, I would never show this in like public, but I do it on stream because, yeah, like, I think it's a good example to like show of like, you really like. Code is just messy. Code is just a messy format for doing things, and it's very complicated to go through to know how to structure it well. You have to understand each code that you write. Wait, I'll answer this. Yeah, they're not that complex per se, more like messy, needs high focus. There's a lot to take, and it's easy to get lost in references, but it's not that hard to grasp, you think. It's in this basic level working with web pages and apps, and not with the engine or different esoteric bullshit. I think you're wrong. Not because... I think the reality of like, I don't think it's just a focus thing. I think it's because, I think whenever I see people say that, and then whenever they sort of explain it to me, I always have to ask them like, okay, what were your first moments with this? And they have to like think back on like what their first moments were, and it's like, I wonder if you're comparing exactly what you know now with like what you think this stuff is. But if you like, if you took these concepts and you gave it to somebody on the street, the odds of them being able to like randomly grasp this is very, very low. Even if you gave them like a really solid tutorial to like go through, or like a solid lesson plan to go through, I think it's a lot more complicated than you're giving it. Than you're giving it credit, because I think just right now it's hard to see how difficult it is because like you're so deep into it that it's like easier for you. Depends on if you want to learn or do you want a working product. Okay, so this is that's related to the other chatter's question of like, you have to understand each code that you write. One, web pages can get very complex the more you get higher up. But two, you can't really have a working product without really understanding what you're doing. It's not important to understand each and every single line in terms of like what this specifically does. Like if I think to myself, as like a good example, if I think to myself this, and I think to myself, okay, I want to spawn an asynchronous task onto some runtime. I don't need to know exactly how this happens under the hood and what this means. I just need to know the working conditions of this. Like I understand how it works under the hood, but I just need to know, like at the top level, that what this does is it literally gives me a handle back to whatever task that I spawn, but it spawns it on a runtime that could be running anywhere else on a different thread from its handle, right? So I just need to know that it doesn't block my main thread, but it's still running somewhere at some point, right? That's enough. But you need to know at least that to get to a working product. You don't need to know the intricacy of how it spawns this task behind the scenes. You don't need to know the intricacy of like what exactly the runtime is set up as long as you have it. You need to know if you care about the performance of it at some point. But as you say, a working product is very different from like something that like runs extremely well for some reason, right? However, I think learning and having a working product sort of go hand in hand. At a base level, you do need to know something about your code in order for you to be able to like make something that works, because the only way to know if it works is to also know what your code does. And so it's also like you have to, how to say this, you have to at least know how the pieces fit together and exactly what they give you in terms of like the interface, aka the like contract, in order for you to be able to build something working. And so in my mind, learning how things work and how it and like getting to a working product state does go hand in hand. You can't really divorce the two. because you're learning something about the things that you're writing, right? Whether it's just the top level interface and like the covenants that it gives you in terms of the contract, right? Like if you're using a library that abstracts out all the WebSocket stuff and it just says give me callbacks and these callbacks will give you these things, that's enough for you to learn to get to a working state. But you have to learn at least that, and that requires you to know what a callback is and sort of like how it works and like how that works in terms of like the timing of your application from like a mental model of like it can come in at any time, but your application is like running all the time. It just has to handle these things as they come. Like you have to know at least that level. You don't need to know exactly what the library does under the hood. You don't even need to know really what it does. Maybe like one layer under. But you do need to know it at least enough to work with these things. So I do think it's worth it to learn. Yes, you have to know every assembly instruction. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't need to know every assembly. Okay, this is not Roller Coaster Tycoon. Yeah, exactly. And then you'll like get back to it later. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then you'll like try to get a grasp on like how it works, and it takes more time. It'll help later. Yeah, exactly. But like as a thing to get to the working product, you don't really need everything, but you do need enough to know how to make use of it. You need to know everything. It'll be on the test. You're not saying it's easy, but first, like real science, a lot easier to get into and get some basic useful skills. I think our local scientists would have the same opinion as you, but the other way. Because when I speak with them, it's elucidating whenever I talk to our local neuroscientists, our local biologists, and or like basically are any other local scientists, and they all say the same thing of like, when they look at code, they don't know how to get in. It seems complicated. Again, it's like, I think it's the reality that like we don't understand how easy or complex another specialization is because we just don't know anything about that specialization, right? Like, they probably see a lot of things in their field as super easy, and they're like, how come we don't get it? But then it's like, I feel like when I talk to them about the like coding stuff, they don't really get it. Really, they usually use some coding in real science. Yeah. But like when I mean like, I guess like when you mean by like some coding, it also really depends. Like having talked to them, the way that they describe it is like the code that they use might be as simple as like using a library to crunch some numbers. So you're not really writing code so much as you are writing NumPy, let's say. Like you're not really writing Python code, you're writing NumPy. Like very specific DSL that you use simply to like crunch, say like data. However, there are subsets of it where they do write whole code because they have to write like an application that's like fit for purpose for this thing. So it's like the scale even differs in terms of like how they would do coding. Yeah, exactly. Like it depends on what they're doing. So it's like, but it's not like it's hard to explain. But it's like and I think maybe this is sort of like the misunderstanding of like what coding is too. Of like it's not just the NumPy stuff. It's like there's a lot more to it than that. Where it's like you're building these whole systems as a whole. And you have to care about all these different decisions and how they interact as well. Like not a misunderstanding, but again, it's like the thing of like you know what you know and you don't know what you don't know, and so like the things that you know, it's like easier in our minds. Because like I had that misconception too of like, oh, it's not that hard. But then when I talk to the scientist and they tell me I wouldn't be able to like code, it's like, oh, that's crazy. Because like you're over here writing these like papers about neural networks and machine learning, and you just gave your PhD dissertation on like how the brain works, but you can't even write code. And it's like, but they write some small amount of it to process things, but it's like to them this is a whole different thing. So again, it's like at least from talking to them, it's like, and like from other people within other industries over the years, I've learned to recognize that like this is more complicated than I think it is, and the reality is that I don't know how complicated other things are. Like everything is its own complicated thing. You're not talking about developing some really complex stuff. You're talking about getting into it and catching some usable skills. Yeah. But that's what I'm talking about too. Is like they don't even get that. Like when I tell them like a very simple thing of like, oh, let's do like a hello world thing. Even to them, that's like still magic, right? It's not that they're bad at what they do either. It's just the reality that like I think we don't realize just how weirdly strange something like a hello world really is. Like you're telling me that like something like this just like results in a hello world. Like I don't know, like this just results in some hello world thing, and it's like I don't really like it. You mean or like format? Let's see. You know what I mean? It's like hello. You know what I mean? Like what do you mean that this results in something appearing on your screen in some way? You know what I mean? Like it's just sort of it's confusing to them that like this can even happen and like what this even means and like what these words even mean. You know what I mean? Like it's like all of this just like looks strange to them. And so even at the baseline, like they still struggle with it. It's just like I think that like but they didn't try to learn how to code, yeah? No, but that's what I mean is like they did. Like the again, like I think you're missing my point here. These are the scientists who have used things like NumPy, who still say that like even those things that they're seeing still doesn't really make sense to them. It's like clearly they have to learn how to code to do whatever it is that they're working on. But it's like it's not as easy as we might think to learn code to like use it for something even. And even something like that would still be too confusing. So it's like clearly there's like a certain difficulty to it even when you're just learning it that I think we're sort of like understating how difficult it is. You know what I mean? And like walking away with a usable skill, it's like it actually takes a lot to even get into that first inroad. Where the one thing that I agree with is that once you get started, it's easier to learn the concepts as you go. Does that make sense? Like I get what you mean there of like, you know, once you get started learning, then once you know enough to get started, it's like it gets easier because then you have this like baseline knowledge. But it's like that first step and then like the like latest steps from like the medium point onward get very hard. Those early steps, you can get a lot of like wins early in terms of your learning pace because it's like it's still fairly simple, but like the moment that you're asked to like string things together, it's hard. I'm explaining it poorly, but like that's the way that I've come to learn it from talking to other people is like even to them in their sort of like expertise, right? And again, even to them, it's like the science stuff is super easy. Like when they explain the science stuff, I'm like, this is way over my head. But they go, no, it's so easy. Like it's even, and they go like, yeah, even in my undergrad, hell, even in the high school, it was so easy to just like, you know, do this stuff. And I'm like, I don't know, it's it's still going over my head. It's because it's, you know, it's because they're an expert in their field. So yeah, I feel like downplaying any field is a bit sort of like a slippery slope because, I mean, I'm talking about here at least the idea of downplaying any field in sort of like a practical sense. But even from like an emotional sense, I don't think it's going to help this chatter get better at coding by saying, well, you're going to have to learn at some point and it's not that hard to learn. You know what I mean? Like it's like, I think it there's also this aspect of like everybody learns differently, and I think it's worth it to take that into account and to recognize that depending on how you learn, this could be the hardest thing that like you ever do. And it might be sort of like weirdly contradictory because like this person is clearly a really good designer and they've made other very complex things otherwise. I mean, this is the chatter who makes mods for Stalker. So it's like, what do you mean you can't do WebSockets, but that doesn't really help them? You know what I mean? Like it's like, so it's like from an EQ perspective, let alone the IQ perspective, but like the EQ perspective, I don't think it's really helpful to even say it in the first place. So like, I don't know if that's gonna really push them. You know what I mean? Anyways, to go back to yeah, exactly. It's something that'll vary from person to like type person. So yeah, we'll like go back to what they said at the very beginning, which is actually based on this idea of specifically. You have to understand each code that you write, okay? You do have to at least understand the layers that you're using. So if you have to use WebSockets, if you can't find like a WebSocket library that can abstract out all the WebSocket stuff for you, then, you know, you kind of have to understand at least what WebSockets are and the stuff. Dench! I really should have added emotes. Okay, wait, how... Okay, just like, I don't know, like... Also, this is like super shit, so like don't copy this code. But I do need to... the display, maybe it's like spawn. I need to figure out it's this figure out how to add at least a live coding integrate 7TV. I'm not gonna do that. I already know how to do it. It's just too complicated. And also like I know how to do it, but I don't know anything about their API now. Not like even before, I don't know anything about their API. And I don't want to have to build out all the networking code to like get each and every single image of the emote, build like a mapping of it to store it locally, being able to like reference it when I need it. Like it just seems a bit too much. And then also it would take the entire day, and we only have half an hour left. Oh shit! Figure out how to add. However, at least Unicode emotes. Okay. Because hairy creature emote. Hairy creature. Where's the Unicode thing again? Unicode spec. Unicode 17.0. Okay? Because we need at least hairy creature. We need at least things like the horse emote and stuff, okay? I need at least hairy creature. At least hairy creature. Where's the emotes? Changes. East Asian. No, this is just for databases. Emote. Emoji! Hairy. Oh shit, here we go. See? This is all part of Unicode. I just need to remember. I just need to figure out how to do it. But also, it's not really. It's Unicode here, but platforms like Twitch, they do it by like a keyword. So they do like horse equals the horse emoji. I need to figure out how to actually like convert the two, or at least remember how to do it. I did it a couple times before, but I forget how now. Yeah. Anyways, look. Okay. It's hard, okay? It's hard. You're learning things at the same time. It's just complicated. There's just a lot that you're doing at the same time where it's like, because you're learning at the same time as trying to get like a working product, it is very difficult for you to like get to a working state because you're trying to process what you're learning, but the doing can be very different from the processing of your learning, if that makes sense. Like, especially if it's like copy pasting code, it's very different from like, because I still don't really know a good way to practice the idea of putting your theory into practice when it comes to code. I don't really know if just writing the code actually gives you the foundation to understand exactly what the concept is. Because OAuth has very different ways to be achieved, despite the fact that the flow is a standardized specification, right? And so it's like, how do you actually get somebody to understand the actual concepts and the ideas behind OAuth such that they can translate the general specification that it is into any form, whether you have like a WebSocket library, whether your language even has async support, right? Like, it's a very different approach. It's very different when you actually codify it in your code, depending on the environment that you code in, what language that you use. Like, it's all very different. So I'm like, it's hard when you're doing both at the same time, because the practice might not even necessarily line up with the concepts very well. And especially for something like OAuth, it's like, oh, you have to deal with a redirect. So you have to like figure out how to get like a website going or like a local server going. There's so much stuff to like do that it's worth it to take a step back and then be like, okay, well, I'm gonna learn this separately and then work on it separately afterwards, after the fact, on its own time. Sorry, I should get rid of that thing stuck on the screen. Sorry. You know what I mean? What else did you say? Meeting. Right now, you have the project kind of working, but you're not able to expand it because you don't fully understand it. Yeah, exactly. And like even necessarily not even like expanding it, being able to know how it works is so handy, because you can even then more confidently assert that it works when things go wrong. Like, let alone expanding it, like maintaining it is going to be a huge hassle when you don't understand it. So like at a baseline, there is something there that you have to know. Am I saying that coding is a social construct? Understanding is a social construct. I mean, yeah, kind of. It's like, I don't know, it's like, when I look at code and I look at the way that we describe things within the code to make it work and to actually make things come to life, it's just a form that we've chosen because, like, at the time, that was the best way that we could have figured it out, right? I'm sure in the future we're going to get stuff like Ghost in the Shell, where the coding is just like abstract concepts that we play with like a neural link or something, and then you just kind of output that through something else. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure at some point in the future we're gonna have very different ways to interface with the technology. It is just kind of a social construct that we've made up, because like, how else are you gonna? Like, how else are you going to represent concepts in code that have to happen and have that be consumable by a machine that works the way that they do at a fundamental physical level of like electrical signals going through things, right? Such that both things are compatible, and the human on the other end making all of this work understands it as well, such that they can give some guarantees. And on the one hand, you have the AI bros going, all right, AI can figure it out, but it doesn't know anything. And on the other hand, you have people going, well, this is the best way that we can think of that doesn't require the entire industry now to change the way how do you think? And the reason why it's like this in the first place is because in the first place, when it was first figured out, this was the best thing that we could have come up with because everything else is just too like complicated, right? So, but yeah, you know what I mean? It's hard. It's hard. Holy shit! There's so many different emojis here. But yeah, just take a break. Take a break, and maybe even go back to first basics, right? Maybe even take the time while you're on your break away from this to think about what exactly is this. But even before that, before you get so deep into it, because it is kind of a niche-er topic in development, especially when you're doing development of this kind, I think it's worth it to even ask yourself, do you even want to do this, right? Because again, it's like, let's say you know WebSockets. When are you ever going to use them again? You're not going to make a server, I don't think. I mean, you might make a server for something eventually. Maybe your Stalker mod eventually becomes like a thing of like, yeah, people can make their own locations and you can share different things between players. And hey, I'm going to make a server that has a WebSocket. That way it's easier. I just send you a message about new things that are happening. And if it drops off, then it's like, you know, it's okay because it's just WebSockets. You know, I mean, maybe you go that way with your Stalker mod. But it is worth it to take a step back to like go like, do you even want to do it with this? Also, how come the message didn't appear? Can you type that whole thing again? Can you type that whole thing again? Okay, there we go. How come some large messages don't send? wait. You found the bug. Did I? Okay, no, it did send. It just doesn't last long enough. It just doesn't last long enough. I need to tweak the. I can't do it live. I didn't enable hot reload. I probably should have. They say the one CEO that Vibe killed their whole company and now is getting sued by a bunch of companies for false data because of the AI. One of his latest tweets is, "We're hiring a lead dev." I've never seen that. Wait, what? CEO Vibe code whole company. The CEO of the company. Right? I mean, that's the thing, right? Yeah, I remember something too, because I'm like, I swear this happens so many times that like we always hear about it, but I don't know this specific one where they say like, I need a lead dev to help me. Where do you have a link for this? Because I'm so curious now. But that does sound like that does sound like what happens all the time. Because I'm like, yeah, because like especially at some point, if you have to deal with the fact, especially with like the false data thing, it's like how do you deal with this stuff happening? What's the Stalker mod that we're talking about? I actually don't remember anymore. But that chat, I made a Stalker mod somewhere. Also, your other one, the way you built Card Guesser, which by the way, if you don't know, they made this cool game called the Card Guesser. Card Guesser. They made this cool game called Card Guesser. It even has sound effects. Look, listen. Also, wait, whoever types, I need to add you to the... What else is there? I probably should have sorted this list too. I really shouldn't have used your placeholder, like the placeholder image to be my image. Here, you get to be her. Wow, so kawaii. Yeah, you get to be her. Everyone stack on top of each other. This is bad. All right, okay, good. Wait, what's this talking about? But they made Card Guesser. So you made this in 48 hours, and you basically like push it. I mean, what's interesting is that like, say like this, right? You're not. Even something like this is like relatively easier because you're not dealing with complicated topics like how to make a WebSocket connection. You know what I mean? You're calling an API, which is complicated. But it's simpler to understand from a mental model of like send a request to get something back. Like there's less issues. BRB, unsober. Like it's like, oh, it's like easier to like go like, okay, well, I'm gonna send something out, get something back. It's like easier to understand. Whereas like WebSockets are complicated because of their nature of like messages can come in at any time. You have to like warp your model around the idea of like synchronous and asynchronous flows, right? So it's just harder. So even 48 hours, I don't know if that would save you. I feel like even in 48 hours, you would still run into that same issue of like, it's a whole new mental model, and I think it's worth it to just take some time to just figure out that. But previous version in 48 hours, that one took a week probably. See? Oh, true. Yeah, there was a first version. That is true. This is a Ford. What? What? It has the icon. Is that not the Ford icon? You're telling me that's not the Ford icon, and that's not a Toyota? Hyundai? What is it? What is it? What is this thing? Ram. Is it a Ram? What the hell is this? What is this? Chrysler? It's not Chrysler. So what is this? It's not a Jeep. It's not a Mercedes. It's not a Porsche. Volkswagen. Volvo? What is this? What? Not Toyota. Suzuki? Subaru? Chevrolet? Honda? Oh, wait a minute. It's literally... Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay, now I get it. Now I get it. I don't know, like truck? I don't know. What's like a Chevrolet? Back. Bed. Chevrolet... what's it called again? It's not a Cobalt. Express, Camino, Hearse, Luna, Malibu. Fuck your game. I hate your game. It sucks. Your game sucks. It's rigged. It's broken. You should fix your game. It was a bug. It was a bug. I typed in Hyundai and it didn't consider it for the thing. It sucks. So it's kill at you. But yeah, even something like that, right? It taking 48 hours, like a week, like that. It takes such a Herculean effort that I'm like, you know, maybe it's worth it to take some time to go back and like take it slow. Because again, I know it feels like everything's in a rush, and maybe it is for you, but like, hopefully hopefully this is not critical to your income, in which case it would become more complicated. But if you do have the opportunity to work on something else, I think it is worth it to go a bit slower on it. Like, getting to a working state is a very important thing. But I think taking the time to understand each concept that you come across, not in like super great detail, but just enough to know exactly how it affects your code and what to expect from it and how it works sort of under the hood, would help you a lot more in being able to like go faster later. It's like that whole idea of like, you go slower now to go faster later. You take the time, you measure twice and you cut once, right? Sometimes it's nice to just measure once, cut wait, measure once, cut twice? No, measure twice, cut once. Okay? Sometimes it's nice to measure twice, cut once, and you never have to worry about dealing with a bad cut ever again. Okay, we have 10 minutes. Thank you for coming to the accountability circle. Plus the semi-coding section, okay? Just know, don't downplay yourself. I think you can do it, but also, let's be real about it. It is more complicated than we think. Even at like a base level, it's surprisingly hard. So it's like, it's worth it to, you know, take some time to go at it at your own pace. Don't hold yourself to any expectations of like timing as well. Like, just try your best. You know what I mean? You found the company. Oh shit. Oh shit. We're hiring to rebuild Oasis. Every part of our stack methodology is being questioned and redesigned from the ground up. Okay, what's funny, I always love this statement, especially when it comes to vibe coded projects. Because it's like, if you vibe code something, there is no stack and there is no methodology. You know what I mean? Because it's vibe coded, there is no foundation. There is no structure. It's just, you happened to build a hill by throwing things on top of each other. You didn't build the hill by piling on dirt. There's just a sofa stacked on top of a fridge on top of like a bed. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense. Seeking world-class engineers and scientists driven to build a transparent health intelligence platform used and trusted by billions to stay in the form. Well, what do you mean trusted by billions? Priority hire senior backend engineers to scale their infrastructure health scientists to ensure accuracy. By the way, what's crazy is that if they're already used by billions and they need this now, like, it's too late. You know what I mean? This should have been the first, these should have been the first things to happen. And operators to coordinate execution, especially in the healthcare industry. Like, I mean, it's health intelligence, which is to say it's like, you know, it goes to the highest in terms of like who pays how much, and so it's sort of easy to like work around things. There's There's a lot less requirements to keep things secure, but it's still like that's still pretty bad within the healthcare side. Like legally, you can do a lot on the healthcare side if you're willing to work through a lot of things and like obscure what's happening. Morally, it's awful. So hopefully that's not the case here. 7 days in Europe, croissants and pizza. Went through the weekend so you can work through the weekend so you can work from anywhere, any day of the week. Whoa, so cool. This guy's programming in a Skynet. Yeah, I'm sitting on the Skynet just looking out at the view. Why the fuck would you want to work on a Skynet? Just like, I don't know, just like look out there. Just look out there and just see what's going on and just hang out. Still can't believe I wake up to this every month. No ads, no investors, no outsourcing, no coding degree. Oasis is 23,000 from Apple Inc. I also can't tell if like this is fake too. But also, it is the reality that like for like businesses especially, like there's always this like thing from a technical standpoint, like from anybody who like works in the trenches. There's always this thing of like a belief that companies live or die by the quality of the thing, but it's really how well you sell it that like determines how well you live or die. And so it's kind of it's like it makes sense why it got so far like this, because it is possible to go very far without having to actually like do stuff well. Now, a bunch of big companies are suing him.
Pretty rough. I got publicly exposed on Twitter along with all my team and
I am an innocent vibe. What? Please save my. I am an innocent vibe coder. Please save my dog shit app. Holy fuck, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, exactly. All that nature around and it's just glued to the laptop and the work. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's awful. That dream of like working remotely. I don't understand why it's taken to say you can work instead of enjoying the time around you. Like, no, you work remotely because from a cost of living perspective, you can retire faster or you can save more money for your later retirement, and you can choose to work without having to spend expenses on commuting and like generally awful food choices when you get to your workplace downtown, right? Like it sure, you can have a nice view too, but like you're not getting the nice view to be able to work. Like it's a thing of like, I don't know why they made it so work centric. You're not working for the view. You like the view is there whether you work or not. You hope to be able to enjoy it. You're working to be able to support that. But if you have to work and you never get to enjoy it, and sort of like you're just back at square one again. I don't know. Been watching the Oasis drama unfold, and I see no way this kid doesn't get sued into oblivion for defamation. Oh shit.
Personal life. Because of this, 80% of my team quit with.
Oh shit. It feels best for me to step away from community management right now. I've lost all motivation to work. I don't have it in me to keep going. I have to step away from this project. I'm surprised that he even has team members, because I'm like, what team members?
Without notice.
Isn't it just AI? Isn't that, what if that text, what have you come back to? Says her horse. What have you come back to? You've come back to a vibe coder getting slammed. Isn't his team just like coding agents? So he's not talking to anyone really?
Many lies were spread about me and us, including claims that we don't care what we're doing, that
he's a scam artist.
Scam people. This has been very frustrating, given I feel like.
Okay, can you get to the part where you're getting sued? Can you like hurry up? Oh shit, playback speed.
In general, we have put a lot of these brands on the map that were never talked about.
His coding agents quit. Yeah, exactly.
We're the ones that actually care, and we're really the only app that has.
Out of the AI slop in the space, we're the only ones that care.
Never talked about before. Wait,
and wait.
That were never talked about.
Where
like we have done a lot of work to bring awareness to the health space and to lab testing in general. We have put a lot of these brands on the map.
A lot of these brands on the map. I tested these protein bars. By the way, I tested this water in a can. I care about your health. That's why I'm testing this water that comes in a can. I care about your health. That's why I'm testing these protein bars.
That were never.
Yeah, you can do this on YouTube for $50. I don't know why they're paying him $23,000 to do this. I don't know what. Like, it's weird because like if you hear a health intelligence company and then you see this, it's like this doesn't have any relation to what the point. Like I already knew that this was gonna be an awful thing, but like hearing this person talk, it's like I don't know what relation this has really to like what your business is when you describe it as a health intelligence company. Because this is just what YouTubers do as like an influencer bit, and it's like okay, well I don't really know what the point of this is. Because like you could just do this as like a YouTube thing versus like saying that you care about like health intelligence. I don't know. They're creating the persona. Yes, it's just for show and creating mythos that people will buy into. Yeah, exactly. The mythos of like the tech bro who like gets to live somewhere. Is there a hidden door entryway to the left? A weird thing above. Is this AI? It actually It kind of does feel like it, right? Circle is an electrical hole. This one? I've never seen that. But I'm going to trust you on this because you seem to know a lot about electrical holes.
Out of all the AI slop.
Or a smoke detector. I've never seen one that thin either, but maybe it's just the angle. It does look strange.
That has been and is still free. And does a hard paywall, gives away all our data for free, and actually invests in lab testing.
Data for free, invest in lab testing teams, engineers here in the US.
And without paying all of our creators, leaving our creators unpaid for a while. We received several
Head of
cease and
growth,
desists. My friends have
cease and
launched direct copycats
desist.
of Oasis.
My friends have launched copycats of Oasis.
Oasis latently. My personal address was leaked in a public doxing.
Personal address release. Did council sign you off on you doxing his home address?
By one of these CEOs. These creators
CEOs, they double the price. The other thing. We're actually not blasting our app.
For free, not just blasting our app.
Sorry, so this app just sells thing. Oh, like the can with the cables and it put in into the wall. Right. The conduit thing, right? It's like to hold the cables in so it doesn't burn anything, but also so you know it's like an electrical box thing, right? Yeah. I get what you mean, but I also don't know the name of it either. Why is there a shadow on the top of the wall? That is weird. Right? Maybe this is the thing, right? When you're a CEO and your company is going downhill, can you really afford things like trimming on your drywall? Can you really afford things like covering up the joints between your drywall and like a 90-degree angle? No. You're a CEO. You're too busy running your business to care about your home. Just put up like 4 pieces of drywall in the middle of all that farmland that you own from your CEO salary, and you just live your life. Right outside is the sun. Right outside is sun. The perspective is just weird. Everything about this is weird, and I do wonder if it's AI, because it would be funny if it's like, oh, I'm going to use AI for it. But I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt that it's not AI, and it's just a dog shit.
Is a good sign overall. If we can head on, which we will overcome it and find the right people.
I'm going to assume that it's a dog shit video and a space.
People to take it on and take us to the next level. We're doing anything. Do you have what it takes to get to the next step? I hope.
Okay. Well, the last 2 weeks have been rough. Trending public shaming. What is shaming? Oasis shame. Oasis company shame. Twitter. Oasis health company Twitter AI vibe code. Oh fuck! It's a vibe code app pulling data with AI that they don't understand or verify. That's why they have so many product reviews. It's a too good to be true option. But they do. So wait, they rate and test food/drinks, but some of the stats were wrong, and we're giving unhealthy food a healthy rating. Oh, that's funny. Holy shit! Can we like go and see it? I guess we could. Okay, so I mean that's also funny though that like they would use this and it's like okay, let's just use this and we'll see if it's actually good or not. It's like nuts. I don't know. It's like such nuts. And they would just give like random information. Lab tested, no harmful ingredients, no other snacks. Why this score? It's got sea salt, smooth pistachio butter. It's got pistachios. It doesn't even have the full list of ingredients. What? The background is distracting. You didn't listen to what he said. It's okay. What he said was useless anyways. All I know is that this company is like dog shit. So it's not even like a health information company. It's just I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I don't know. I guess it is health information if you consider like if you consider like holistic as in healthcare, but it's not. So I'm not really sure what this is. Try Jack Daniels. Oh shit. Okay. I have to go back to like Jack Daniels. Let's see Jack Daniels. Lab tested. I keep clicking over. Lab tested harmful ingredients. Where's the music? I need to get them. I need to turn off the like mouse cursor. Tennessee whiskey. Okay. Why this score? Microplastics. They removed it. Fuck. Was it funny? Can you find me like a link on Twitter from somebody who like saw it? I don't have a Twitter account. Or like anymore. Or like one that I use for stream stuff. I just use it to like find funny posts, but I'm too lazy to like log in there. Because I am curious. Harmful will make you drunk. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And to make bad decisions. Hey, speak for yourself. I've made some great decisions while drunk. Okay? That $1,000 that I gambled that one time, totally great. It was just showing 80% healthy. Okay, that's kind of funny. Where maybe is there other alcohol? What's like Coors Light? Towards light. Okay, here we go. In review. Almost like Psychonauts. The Psychonauts wiki. Wait, what? What does that mean? Psychonauts wiki. Wait. Like the fandom wiki? How do we see how crazy some that's a Psychonaut. Oh, sorry. I talk so much that I need to drink some water. Skin color orange, pink as a child. Okay, pink as a child. Okay, it's like a hamster. It's like a hamster. How hamsters are like grown pink. What? Is this the right wiki? Is there a different wiki? Tutorial. Oh, thank you. Tutorial index. Okay, this is crazy. What is this? Variety of recipes. Oh, literally how to make drugs. Okay, I can't show that on the stream. I thought you meant Psychonauts the game. Holy shit. I forgot. Yeah, sorry. Because Psychonaut is also somebody who uses those drugs to become something. Yeah. Or sorry, to use those drugs. It's like the term for somebody. It's like what? It's like the psychoactive plus an astronaut or something, right? Can we get much higher? So high. Can we get much higher? So high. Sorry, we have been so distracted from this. Thank you all for coming to the accountability circle. We have to move on. Sadly, there's no Teamfight Manager 2 today. Sorry, it'll be tomorrow instead. Tomorrow with all the hope stuff. Instead, now begins the latest section of today. Okay. So, if you have Final Fantasy 14, you load that shit up right now. You meet me in the Golden Saucer. That was still part of the circle. I mean, in the VOD, it's going to be a part of the circle because I forgot to hit the stop recording button. So it's all one VOD. Sorry, but it did come from the circle, and the circle is a place where we get distracted. Okay. Again, the current week is still ongoing. So if you can get your stuff in for the current week. So the current week is going to end on June 8th, this coming Monday. So again, just continue on. Sorry, it's my bad. To explore your own psyche, usually using drugs as some mental techniques. Thank you. I had no clue that that's what it was. Thank you. So yeah, the Psychonauts are welcome to. If anything, right? This is a psychonautic experiment. Experiment. You show up, you apply the mental technique of peer pressure and group shame. And then you understand your own psyche more because you realize whether you're dog shit or not by failing at your stuff. Psychonauts, please apply, and I'll see you soon because that was the accountability circle. However, we're gonna go on to phase 2.